Apparently, I need to enable something called auto start, but anyway. We're here now, I believe. So, hello. We can wait a moment for people to get in. I see somebody has already said good day in the chat. Hello. I think you were in the last stream, Atari. So, nice to see people returning.
And everything still sounds good. So,
That's good to hear. Folks in the chat, let me know if the music sounds fine. I know it was a little loud to start last time, and I didn't work the level down, which is probably my fault. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Ah, I was right. Atari was okay. Justin's here. Hello.
Hi, Justin.
All right. Let's see. Yes, we have Rocco here. We were actually talking about how we want to build Rocco. So I guess while we're starting, we can kind of ask, and while we're letting people funnel in, do we think it would be more fun to build Rocco really powerful or as a budget deck? We're doing Tiamat after this, and I think we plan on making it really strong. So I was thinking it would be fun to do a budget build of it, but I'm curious what folks in the chat think.
Yeah, Rocco is probably the most interesting Naya commander from the base set. I just gotta say that.
I think I would agree with that. Yeah. Pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, the alerts can be pretty loud. Well, I guess let's talk about how we like to build decks. We did this last time, but Cody, how do you like to build decks? Is there anything special you do?
Typically just add cards that I like and make them work in whatever way possible. So for Tiamat, for example, when we start brewing that, I actually was going through my secret lair stuff and found my foil set of Praetors in the Phyrexian text. So I'm absolutely going to be including those in the deck as well, just because I like how they look.
I happen to agree. Always go with the art trumps every bit of card design, period. So,
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, this ability is really dope. Okay, so I think we can get started now. Mr. Anderson says budget, so you know what? We'll do it. I'm convinced. So yes, Rocco, just so everybody's clear, he is X in Naya to cast him. And when you cast him, or when he enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you may search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So I guess you actually can't copy Rocco on the stack and get the ability. That's an interesting wording.
yeah.
Very corner case. He's also an elf druid, so there is, I guess, some kind of merit to being like, oh, you could play this as elf tribal. You probably shouldn't, but you could.
Actually, don't think I hate it, especially for budget. Like, elves tend to be very cheap, so
You know, it's not a bad idea.
I don't necessarily hate it as elf tribal, but I do definitely think that there's a lot more interesting creatures to search out than just elf, right?
True.
Viewing this deck as a toolbox deck would be really interesting to me, with just the large surplus of valuable creatures that are super cheap in the like expansive list of cards that we can do. I think I'd like to take that route, and if elves just happen to synergize with it, it'd be extra value for us.
I feel like we'll end up having a decent amount of elves. So what budget do we want to set? I was thinking 100. I know we've done 15 videos recently, and I like that one a lot. But I kind of want to do on a $100 budget.
Yeah, I'm not typically on the budget videos. Budget's just not something that I'm very interested in.
Fair enough.
So I trust your two judgment on how we want to do that.
I will just say this. I think we've brewed enough $50 budget decks as of recent. So let's do $100.
All right, let's start with. Okay,
Still pretty achievable even for newer players getting in. It's just a little more on the.
Yes. All right.
One Benjamin Franklin worth.
One Benjamin Franklin. Yes. So we can start with. What do we typically want to start with here? I feel like we could try to get our mana situated, but then again, I think we like to do that after we get some creatures in and stuff.
Well, I typically go through my creatures and spells first because when I'm designing the mana base, I want to ensure that my pips are properly taken care of as well as the split.
Yeah.
What do you mean? We have all the lands.
All the waste we need.
We have
Justin
them all.
said Crater Hoof. If it fits the budget, we'll put it in. I promise you.
How much?
It's $20 now, so it does fit the budget.
We could fit it in, possibly.
We can make it. About to say that secret layer coming in clutch for Crater Hoof's price.
Really though, yeah. I mean, we can add in like the mana elves, like Llanowar elf and stuff like that. Start getting something in.
Are we gonna do 3 elves and a trench coat as well?
That's interesting. I kind of like Elvish Visionary here because it draws a card as well.
Yeah.
What was it? Like, I cannot remember the name of it.
Llanowar elves.
Oh, I have Llanowar elves. What's the one with three? Llanowar tribe. That's what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. Everybody calls it 3 elves and a trench coat. I forgot the actual name.
I called it true, but yeah, that's exactly what happened to me for a second there.
So again, we still can not type here at SmoothBrain.
Elvish Mystic.
I like Rocco. He feels like a little bit more expensive Imperial Recruiter, but without a restriction on it. And in Naya colors, that gives us so much access to really good value creatures.
So another thing, since we are specifically trying to stick to budget here, probably want to show price on this.
And we have price right here, don't we?
Yeah, but I'm talking about per individual card.
Yeah,
oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
like Llanowar Tribe's 14 cents, Llanowar Elves is 20 cents.
In the advanced settings, you can have it. Nope. Down at the on the right there, the advanced tab, right below the search bar, where there's like sort, name. It's right there.
There you go. You found it.
Price.
Smooth brains living up to the smooth name.
They have
include an extra data. There's a mana cost and a price.
If you want price, there it is. Yeah.
Also include mana cost.
Oh, okay, we'll do that too. Then.
It's a little easier for people to see curves that way. Yeah.
So, what's the one that makes mana and also draws a card? Because I was thinking of that when I said Elvish Visionary.
I don't remember it. I know it's. You were talking about the 3 mana. Each of these
it's 3
draws
mana.
a card.
Was it an elf?
It is an elf.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to remember it. Yeah, you talk about Llanowar Visionary. I know that's a 3 mana. It enters the battlefield, draws a card. You can tap it to add a green.
That's exactly what I'm
that's
thinking.
Llanowar? Yeah, that's Llanowar Visionary. It took me a second.
I was about to say all these.
A cool elf that we could add that's not really seen typically could be Joiner Adept from Kamigawa. It's a 2 mana 2/1. Lands you control have tap add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. If color fixing turns to be an issue, we could use that as an interesting development.
Yeah, so that's fixing. So, not sure. I wouldn't put it in RAM necessarily, but that is interesting. We can leave it just on the side for now. There's that 2 mana elf like Titania. It makes mana equal to the number of elves you control. Priest of Titania, that's what I'm thinking of. That's $5, so maybe not.
Elf 5 doubloons.
We'll come back to that one.
$5 dues.
We can probably put in stuff like Soul Ring and Arcane Signet.
Soul Ring, all of our signets can also go in. Because we're in Naya colors, which means that our signet.
Is there a Naya Triome?
Access to green.
Oh yeah, there is because we're having.
Yes.
Yeah, all of them. We do have access to green. That's cool. So like Farseek isn't bad here, I don't think.
Yep, Farseek's really good.
I'm starting to slowly go away from the 3 mana ram spells. I'm really enjoying 3 visits, Farseek, things of that nature. They feel so much better on curve for value instead of tapping out 3 for cultivate.
So maybe Nature's Lore is cheaper.
I would put both of them in. We have $100 budget. Just go ahead and
We can squeeze it.
we can squeeze those pretty easily. This isn't $50. So
I'm trying to think what other like. We could put Birds of Paradise in.
I think Birds is like actually somewhat
Let's see.
expensive.
I don't think it is, but maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. It's $10.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
For ramp,
Noble
yeah, go ahead.
Hierarch is not the colors we want, actually.
Nope.
No. Ignoble Hierarch, I think, is the one.
That's
that...
Jund.
So
Jund, yeah.
Oros, Signets, Lesnia should all be in.
Well, are we gonna want to include stuff that shuts off artifacts, like Collector Oof or Stunning Silence? Let's see. Collector Oof is $5.50. So.
Well, we don't want Stony. We ideally we want it to be on a creature, so that
Yeah.
way we can have it tutor
I
out.
think we end up putting Oof in the deck, though.
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
wait, how much? No, Dockside's way too expensive for this.
Dockside be like quarters of our budget at
Yeah,
least.
so I think we can just
so-
leave it at like
Here's our deck,
Soul Ring,
Dockside.
Arcane Signet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if
I
we're
think-
going to include Collector Roof, we need to make sure that we're not overlapping artifacts.
I
especially
think yeah,
for-
Soul Ring and Arcane Signet are strong enough that I think we can leave those in. But I'm trying to think that like stuff to put in that fixes our colors.
How much is Dryad of the Elysian?
I think it might be
That sounds pretty perfect for this.
$17.
Oh,
Here, let's look. You look at Naya and see like what staples there are. That might hint us in because I am really forgetting like mana dorks that can produce other colors other than like Birds of Paradise.
So the basic one.
oh,
I guess we could do like Rampant Growth.
we could. I just don't like the basic restriction rampant
Yeah.
growth. That's why I tend to not put it in decks, and I'd much rather
wait.
put.
We could
Spend
do
one-
Spirit Builder.
Yep. Steve. Good old Steve.
Steve is also fetchable. I
Love
almost
me
typed
some
in Steve, you know?
We can probably fit a Mirari's Wake in as like a topper.
Yeah. I guess we could.
Chromatic Lantern is $10 if I remember
Jeez,
correctly.
yeah. I don't really
So-
like it that much in this deck anyway. Mirari's Wake, I don't think I would consider Mirari's Wake to be ramp, considering it's 5 mana.
No, I wouldn't either. It's
No.
typically your top end line.
Your topper.
While Yavimaya is cheaper than I thought it would be, it's still probably a little too.
So we're going to put in Jetmir's Garden into this deck, and we're not going to include its price tag in this $100 budget because that's way too inflated because it's a pre-sale price.
How much is it right now?
It is $15.
Yeah, that's gonna go down. What
Yeah.
What are the other triumphs cost right now?
When they were in standard, they were about $5 a piece. I expect these to be a little bit higher because people actually realize how good triumphs are now.
Yeah.
So I could see like $8 to $9 while they're in standard pretty easily, but 15 is still much higher than it should be.
Resale prices are always extremely inflated until they aren't. In case Oko.
In case of Teferi Hero of Dominaria,
Yes, sir.
We want. I want to see what we have options for. Oh, let's look at here, I guess.
yeah,
Grand Abolisher do be like $20.
Then make sure we're
Yeah.
actually legal in Commander, so we don't get random online only cards.
I
Wish we were in black.
actually kind of like Beast Caller Savant here.
Well, the thing. Oh wait, no. I would say it doesn't let us activate Rocco, but Rocco is his ability is just attached to him. So
Yeah,
yeah, and he's an elf, and we might be going elf tribal.
it might be an Elf Ball angle with an oof.
There's just a lot of cards that have a lot of value that we can explore.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what else we have. Solid.
We could technically infinite devoted druid combo as well in budget now. That's
Because they
pretty
printed extra things for it.
Yep.
every card combos with Devoted Druid. Keep seeing Bloom Tender, but I know that's just too expensive.
Those gold span. I wish, Simeon, I wish Ramos could somehow fit into this.
Yeah.
That would be hot.
We have Humble Naturalist right here. We could put that in. He's on an elf though. Honored Hierarch's not. Jesper Sentinel. No, Jesper Sentinel's bad.
Jesper Sentinel is terrible. Planor Envoy is terrible. Can we fit? Can we fit Oracle in the deck? How much is
Oracle
now?
of Moldiah?
Moldiah?
Oh, you know what? Paradise Druid. I like Paradise Druid a lot for this.
If we're going
Impact.
utility, we could look at an acidic slime. It's a little bit of a higher cost, but it does
We
have
have,
that
we
sweet,
pretty much have a
sweet-
ramp package. I do like the idea of Fierce Empath. How much is a Fierce Empath?
Let's see, all of our creatures are elves so far.
Well, Fierce Empath is, yeah, I think we're doing Elf Tribal.
It's just, it's kind of free. Let's be real here.
Well,
If
then
you
hang
want
on.
other ramp, you could also add Avacyn's Pilgrim. That allows us to tap for white.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't know how important that could be, but it's there.
I mean, we're gonna probably need Avacyn's Pilgrim slash stuff that taps for white, because I think we're gonna be very green focused.
yeah.
So just getting our white pip to cast Rocco is very important.
Elvish Archdruid.
But yeah, we have enough
Another good-
elves that it's just like
Another good card could be Copperhorn Scout to allow us for some neat combat tricks, since we are in red colors. If we wanted to do budget like
Circle
combat
of,
shenanigans.
yeah, Circle of Dreams Druid is $5. That is, I don't know if it's worth.
I think it is. It's Gaia's Cradle. It's Gaia's Cradle on a budget.
We
Let's
have,
be real
way
here.
Too much ramp in this deck now. We can probably.
No, we really don't, because we have a big dumb X spell in our command zone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna maybe come back to that.
A good utility card that I've been seeing in a lot of meted against a lot of spell decks is Dryad Militant. He kind of shuts down part of those spell combos. It's a Dryad Soldier, so it doesn't even fit it, but it's in green and white. It's 1 mana.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a considerable addition to our deck.
Beast Whisper is only $1,
hate
and
it.
we are a creature deck, so
We also run the risk of running into being a stacks deck.
I mean, true.
So before we decided to go with budget, I was talking with Logan on the stream. I actually said I think the best home for Rocco is CEDH Food Chain Stacks.
That sounds hot.
Yeah.
Monvoli Beast Treasure. That is not. I don't know what the mana dork is. That is 4 mana and taps 2 lands. I don't know. So we kind of have like a ramp package. I'd be interested to see what we have for like removal. So
Well,
think
we
it-
have Swords to Plowshares.
yeah, the nice
That'd
thing
be,
is
like-
we get white and green, or white and red.
Are we wanting to take this as like including extra stack pieces, or are we staying away from that? I guess that's a distinction we ought to make. I think that allowing ourselves to have creatures with multiple different uses is probably a good idea.
Yeah, I think
for
that's a
this.
good idea.
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest we're in green, so we could definitely do Manglehorn.
We can do Druid of Purification.
Yeah, Manglehorn's super good at three
Druid
mana.
of Purification's $6.
I mean,
What
go ahead and put
is-
it in.
Yeah, what is let's see what Bane of Progress. It's $5. I like Druid or the Druid better.
I like putting Manglehorn in, like Cody suggested. I think that's actually a
Manglehorn's
pretty.
solid.
Well, it's a destroy artifact on a stick as well as making him
ATB
unattacked.
tap.
It's just for its value for 3 mana. Even if we don't search it, that's still such a powerful effect in budget.
How much is Skyclave Apparition? That much? Okay.
$3.
I'm trying to think what we can do for creature removal.
For creature removal.
Skyclave's pretty solid. Because it also hits other things, right? It's not just it's
I
non-land
think we need,
permanent
I think we
more
need
or
like a
less.
swords.
Yeah.
Tempest of Plowshares. Bucks.
Good card to add. It's a little pricey at like $2, maybe $3. Would be Runic Armasaur. Allows us to draw some cards.
I do like Runic Armasaur.
I love toolbox decks. They're my favorite. They're one of my favorites besides just all-out combo decks. I love the versatility of it. I would almost say my Greasefang deck is a toolbox, except I only grab Parhelion.
A very small toolbox. Yeah, why would Symbiosis?
Well, there's other tools. But Parhelion, that's old Betsy. That's the hammer that always works.
Argothian Elder. That's what Justin says, that 4-mana untapper.
Yeah.
Do we like green-white Selvala in this deck?
The parlay one?
Yeah.
I think what she does for us.
Either high rolls and gains us a lot of green mana, or we draw a card. I was just looking at elf tribal stuff, but
So this isn't necessarily specified creature removal, but World Queller being choose a card type. Each player sacrifices a permanent of that type on your upkeep. We could that could be pseudo creature or pseudo other thing removal as well. It's 2
You
white,
can also
3
choose,
colorless.
like, Enchantment or something.
Yeah, I think that might be a good card to add. It deals with whatever is problematic on the board as well as hitting multiple boards.
What was the
Well,
name
it's a
of
little.
it?
It is World Queller. It's an old rare.
Is it all one word? Yeah.
No.
Not quite. Hang on.
I really like this card. I've really underestimated how it is, but it's the fact that it hits multiple boards feels really good.
Yeah. I'm trying to finish up this like removal package. But now we need. So we have like some artifact removal. Do you say we like the acidic slime?
acidic slime.
That's for more. I think we need one of Beast Within or Generous Gift. What are your thoughts? Yeah, what's cheaper?
I mean, it would be worth considering both. We are in budget.
So, do we actually
Just type gift, Logan.
want both of them? Because what I was
I don't know
thinking
if
is
we
that we
want
go Generous Gift and then go Kenrith's Transfer.
Beast Within's like $2 cheaper.
Is it?
Yeah, so let's do that, and then we could definitely do Kenny T, just depending on the price.
I don't hate Generous.
That should be cheap, I would think.
Isn't there a new effect that's coming out in the new set like this? It's kind of like Kenrith's Transformation.
It's blue. I think you're thinking of like Witness Protection.
I think so. Legitimate business person? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Love
yeah,
me
that's right. Why would somebody
Love me
that
some
does bounce
legitimate
Rocco?
business people.
Why would somebody that does bounce Rocco? That is definitely a consideration.
Allows us to reuse this spell.
Nice.
Pay commander tax. That's a good conclusion.
We also get board wipes here. Do we like Wrath of God? Or
I don't feel strong about Wrath of God. We are playing a little bit of a creature heavy deck. I feel like most of the time I don't want to commit our board to a symmetrical board wipe.
I think Farewell might be the play if we're gonna run a sweeper.
it does do
Because-
multiple things. We are ramping pretty hard, so like.
And also, it is Graveyard Hate, which
True.
is very relevant.
We get Vandal Blast, but I don't think we care that much about it.
No, I think we just want to run Collector Roof instead of Vandal Blast.
Felidar Cub. What's Felidar Cub? I don't remember.
Collector Cub's kind of spicy here.
Short target enchantment.
But you can
How much stuff do we have? It is tutorable. That is fair. I do like trying to put stuff on creatures.
Mhm.
So like, what do we take out for that? Oh, we can just leave it for now.
It'd be a Nature's Claim deck, or we could do something of that sort if we feel the need for extra artifact removal.
How do you spell Kagwa?
The Titan Ape?
Titan.
Kogla, I believe.
It's Kagwa.
You can
not
probably
Kagwa.
just type in Titan Ape and it'll find it.
No.
King
Oh, he's
Kong.
only $1.17?
Oh, absolutely.
Love me some Kogla.
All right, is it time to start being mean?
It's Logan. It's always time to be mean.
Archon of Emeria is pretty hot.
That's very mean.
I asked if it
We
was
do have a
time
lot
to
of
start
green.
being
That is
mean.
true. We don't have any red cards.
You don't need them.
Red cards are overrated.
So we have, like stack stuff now. Okay, well, let's do Collector Oof. And also, I didn't put the H for the Oof. And then Archon of Emeria.
Magus of the Moon.
Well, that's gonna hurt us a lot. As much as I do like Magus. We're a 3-color deck, so we kind of get punished ourselves. Well, we're not putting Dockside in, so I don't know if
I agree.
Why
with,
are we?
Chandler here. Teamer Sabertooth allows us to return Rocco to our hand.
Okay, that's actually a fair
Recast
point.
it. Yeah. There are 25 creatures on the deck. I think we're a absurdly high creature count here, right?
Well, we're gonna need a necessarily high amount of creatures, yeah. How much is the Sabertooth? Okay, that's fine. I mean, do we want to go ahead and just put the boy in Craterhoof?
Yeah, probably. Especially if we can twiddle one of our big mana producers a few times.
Fierce Empath does go get it.
I think we probably want to reserve $15 for our mana base.
I still think we need one more sweeper.
Then just throw our austere command in there.
I think looking at some of the red creatures, we definitely need to lighten up our red, or include more of our red cards. Good card. We're kind of heavy on the 3-mana CMC curve, but I think we're just gonna have to sit there for a while. I really like Pyreheart Wolf in this deck. You know, despite it being it is a 1/1 with Undying, but with Craterhoof and more than 3 creatures out, it feels super good. It attacks each creature you control can't be blocked this turn except by 2 or more creatures. It just makes sure that your Craterhoof creatures are going to be able to connect a lot easier.
So, do we also like something like a Loyal Apprentice? Making
Goblin Boy.
Loyal Apprentice.
I'm not
making,
against it.
Thopters each turn that we can tutor out and guarantee trigger the lieutenant. I'm just thinking, because our win condition here is Craterhoof, absolutely. So the more things that we can get on the board to make Craterhoof hit even harder.
Yeah, I'm definitely not against it. If we're gonna go that route, we could add like a Beetleback Chief, for example.
Yeah.
Just something to make tokens.
Do you want to something that's a little bit more elf tribal focused, like
I'm just thinking about
Elvish Warcaller?
I'm just thinking about red cards that we could add.
Oh, we could put a Harsh Mentor in the deck.
Absolutely could. I like that idea a lot.
Oh yeah, Professional Facebreaker's good.
Yeah, Facebreaker's kind of...
It's really expensive.
Welcome to new pre-sale prices.
Hey, but we're already at $82.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Do we think that multiple combat steps are going to be necessary, or are we just going to try
No,
to
I
win
think we're
the
winning
one?
one combat step.
Yeah, we're looking to just win on one.
We don't really have a card draw package right now. I think we should maybe think about that.
That's why I said Beast Whisper earlier.
Oh, I didn't hear that, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and put Elvish Visionary back into, I think.
Soul of the Harvest?
Expensive, but it's a good card.
I like it.
Especially since we can tutor it, so it's actually kind of reliable.
Allosaur Shepherd's gonna be way too expensive for this second fort.
Very much so. God, I remember that card was so expensive.
Could fill in lands to figure out the rest of the budget.
I don't know. You could.
Like, I guess we can just go cheaper on some of the effects we have in here.
Well, we have, like I said, all these ramp spells. We can probably cut like 3 visits in Nature's Lore, honestly.
Yeah.
With a lot of mana dorks, I think that that's something that we could do.
Actually, no, we don't want to do that.
Why?
All of our mana dorks tap for green, and
Not
we
all of
still
them.
need to have
Not all of them.
outside of Avacyn's Pilgrim, but we don't make red.
These Color Savant. There was a couple others. Paradise Druid,
don't have
Sakura
that for our
Tribe Elder
deck.
goes and gets a basic. But it's $100.
$100.
It's gonna be kind of hard to fit Crater Hoof into this. I really hope we don't have to cut it just for the expanse.
We might have to. Let's think about card draw though, because we need more card draw.
Circle of Dreams Druid seems a little pricey. We might be able to find a different effect of that effect.
I mean, Rhythm of the Wild is good, but do need.
I
But let's focus on one package at a time. We need card draw. What do we want to add for card draw? I prefer if it was on a creature. Toast. How expensive is Toski? That's actually a really good question.
like $7. If Boxer
It'll
wants to load here.
$7, yeah. So maybe we'll come back to that. This Crater Hoof is from a secret lair where they let a bunch of kids draw cards and then let a professional artist redraw them.
Justin, it's the greatest Craterhoof art in the history of Magic the Gathering.
It's
It
excellent.
absolutely is. What is a card draw package on a creature that's in our colors?
We have Beast Whisper, we have Elvish Visionary, we have
Or Frostfang.
Orin Frostfang actually is, but it might be kind of expensive. Is the only issue? Yeah, it's almost $10. As much as I love Orin Frostfang.
It's like we're playing the best color in Magic or something. In our
We're not
deck.
playing black or blue.
We're playing green. It's practically the same thing at this point.
All colors are the same thing at this point. Except for white. White doesn't get good cards.
Yep.
Super hard finding draw fix on anything that's outside of these colors.
Is Welcoming Vampire on the table?
I want to see what we have for my Ruxa. When did we record my Ruxa? Let's see.
Logan,
What?
is Welcoming Vampire on the table? Or is that-
I think so. If we're playing a lot of small like elves, we close the dang rig. It's that's possible. It's 371. So
I say it is. a
Rummaging
creature.
Goblin. Oh, that's interesting. Rummaging Goblin's literally 1 cent.
Loot, baby.
Value, baby.
Tutor the looter.
I was right. This is the day we recorded with Roxa. Okay. What did I have in here for card draw?
Bad cards.
Well, that's kind of what happens sometimes.
You have a Toski, as it turns out. Very good.
I do have a Toski. It's a. You know what? How much is a war room? Gosh, not enough for the effect that has on it. Shamanic Revelation is literally 30 cents, so we're putting that in.
Yep. I say if we go outside of being on creatures, Shamanic Rev is on the table.
We did get Armor Sword, right?
We got Armor Sword. It's in. Yeah, it's actually in a card draw.
So that's part of our card package.
Yes.
It's super hard to find something outside. We're not really in an enchant package, so we can't add like enchanting presence or anything.
No, but I'm trying to think. Well, we can put in stuff like Guardian Project.
It's too expensive. It's $10.
Hear me out. We add slivers and add Mana Weft Sliver.
Is that the
It's
one
actually just it's actually a nice slivers angle.
Oh god.
Sliver is piled into a suit in New Capenna. What could go wrong?
I mean, so is it actually in our best interest to do that?
Are we really pivoting to slivers this deep in the game?
Look, man, slivers really do be biological. They're like crabs. Everything evolves into a sliver.
No, I don't think we're pivoting to
I don't think we pivot to
My
slivers.
my inner 14-year-old is very sad.
Sure. I think.
Let's look here. We're gonna have a lot of creatures, so I'm looking at a
Elder Gargaroth, while expensive, it does
I
do
do
things.
love a good Elder Gargaroth.
How much is it?
way too out of our budget.
Ooh, that's
Tireless
Tracker is a great suggestion, actually.
It's also
$6.
oh, actually, it's $6.
No, we have not done Tiamat yet. We started with Rocco. Maybe I've solved the Harvesting already.
I feel like adding a Momentous Fall could be something. I don't know the price on that right now.
What does Momentous Fall do again?
Additional cost, sack a creature you draw equal to creature's power, then gain life on this toughness.
Life's Legacy is also similar to that.
It does, yes.
Way more expensive, though.
Do we like an elemental bond in this deck?
Possibly.
Abzan Beastmaster gives us an extra draw on our upkeep.
Oh yeah.
Is this a greater good? Probably not, right? Not a greater good deck?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No. We're not
Mangara is
massive.
interesting.
Mangara is expensive.
Mangara, the one we want. Yes.
Yeah.
Guys in the chat, he wants to make a Tiamat Legendaries Matter Dragon Tribal deck to complement his Ur Dragon.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Don't worry. We'll help you with some suggestions.
Momentous Fall, though, card draw. We can leave card draw on.
So you want to move out of the card draw package?
I think, yeah, this is a decent amount right here.
How are we looking budget-wise?
We're at $88.69. Nice.
Not good.
69 cents? What do you mean, man? That's very good.
You got like
I would-
card draw and removal and ramp and stuff. I
Do
think
we
need to fill
want
out the
our
deck with
land
like.
package first?
Well, we don't really know what we're putting in our deck. It's gonna be mostly green, but like
Mhm.
I think we can fill out the deck with like creatures we want now.
Okay, so hear me out here.
Yes.
Dragon Lair Spider.
I am no longer
does that
hearing
do?
you out.
I need to know what Dragon Lair Spider does. Oh my god.
It's a secret.
Isn't like Ishkana better?
Yes.
But Ishkanal has Black Pip.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Oh, damn.
Ishkana is definitely better. That being said.
Oh yeah, we do need protection spells. Heroic Intervention is incredibly expensive, but I like Boros Charm and like Rapid Vigor.
Yeah. Forest Charm, Rapid Vigor.
How much is
Sound
Rapid?
really good.
It would load. It's $1.34. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we can go down like a Circle of Dream Spirit at this point.
Yes. I
Yeah,
think so
it's
too.
also $5, so it'll allow us a little bit more flexibility.
I think we can remove more stuff too, but
Think we can remove what?
more ramp stuff. Why did we take out? Why didn't we take out Nature's Lore in 3 visits? I actually never put 3 visits.
Matt was concerned about not being able to find other lands, considering our mana dorks tap only for green.
Yeah, for the most part.
Well, we have a ton of ramp, so I think we need to take some of it out.
Yeah.
Can we take Llanowar Tribe out?
Yep.
Or what?
Llanowar
Well,
Tribe,
let's think about
them out.
what's more expensive. I kind of do want to take the 3 visits in Nature's Lore out. Because they're just. This is like $7.
I think
Those are
we can
this-
take one of them out and be fine, but I'd like to have at least one of the two, whichever one's cheaper.
3 visits is a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah, I still want to take out like Llanowar Tribe.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Llanowar
Yeah.
Visionary draws us a card too, so.
Mm-hmm. Take out 3 elves in a trench coat. Take out the Archdruid at this point.
Yeah, we're not. How many elves do we have? We have 12, 13 with if we have him.
Yeah. We don't have enough elves for that. I like 13 ramp spells in this deck. I think we're set there. I don't think we want to.
How do we feel about a removal package?
I think it's very thick right now. Possibly remove some stuff.
Okay.
Probably take out the Cub.
I was gonna say another card that we could add could be Spore Frog. Allows us to do some fog lines.
Mm-hmm.
How do we keep
Well,
getting it back? Is my only question.
Part of the cards.
We throw in a Karmic Guide for Sport Frog. It is cheap.
We
I
really
spelled-
are. We are gonna be mean today, aren't we?
How are we spelling Revelark? I don't remember how to spell Revelark. Is that it?
The problem is that we don't have any good sack outlets for this. Oh my! Wait, we do. We have a Goblin Bombardment.
Oh gosh.
Oh god.
No, I don't think we want to go that direction. I'll be
I mean-
completely honest.
I mean,
Kinjali,
I like throwing angels at people.
I like Kinjali Sunwing.
Kinjali's is pretty solid. Guess we'll just search.
We can do Authority of the consoles as well.
Oh,
That is way more expensive than I thought it would be. Okay.
is
We will
it-
no longer be doing that.
I mean, this could be a Thalia deck. How much is Thalia? Or both the Thalias, honestly. Guardian of Thraben, I think is, yeah.
I
great.
think Heresy Thalia is also on the line here too.
Ooh, Heretic Cathar?
Yeah.
We feel about a Hornet Queen. It's a little pricey, but it does
Oh,
create
God.
4 tokens.
Oh my god, Hornet Queen.
62 cents actually, so.
I love it.
I love me some 32 Hornets coming after you after Greater Hoof hits the field.
Yes.
With Death Touch and Trample.
Yeah, I'm not worried about those. It's typically the 32 that kills me.
Archon of Valor's Reach is pretty cool here.
Rag
What is
test.
it? I'm trying to remember it. Battlefield choose. I like that. What did you just say? Topiary Stomper? What does Topiary Stomper do?
He said Mr. Swagtusk.
Ragtusk is
Swagtusk.
I like this card a lot.
okay.
As weird as it sounds, but it is going to be inflated because it is pre-sale price.
Search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battle tab. So that would fit into ramp.
Yeah. Which means we can now cut 3 visits. Woo.
Yeah.
What do we spec in the actual price of that's going to be like
$2.
50 cents?
If you want something to go wide with, I love this Krenko so much, and he is a very perfect 69 cents.
Oh, nice.
We're going wide with him.
Imposing Sovereign is pretty neat. It's 1 and a white for a 2/1. Creatures your opponent's control enter the battlefield tapped.
Alright, that's like stacks. Well, what do you have? So let's see what kind of stacks we have right now. Non-creature spells cost some more. We have a lot of like creatures come in tap stuff, I think.
Then there's Archon of Emeria.
Yeah, Archon of
Just be a
Emeria.
real piece of crap.
Yeah, I'm just thinking we should like diversify our stuff a little bit. I'm trying to think what we can diversify with though. How much is a Dreadeth Magistrate?
Just type Dranithan.
We know I can't spell. How do you spell Dranith?
DRANITH.
What I have?
Is it not? Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, it's 2 ends. It's 2 ends.
That is it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Second.
they do like to just throw in other
it's
random, like
Letters,
other
yeah.
random consonants.
Oh, he's $6.
Is he?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Wrestling. Oh, it's a Ruick Triangle though.
You know, he do be making people hurt.
Yeah, it's actually just $100 budget stack. Let's be real here.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at now. Eidolon of Rhetoric. How do we feel about that?
I'm not against it.
I'm not against it.
Is this a Gadok Teague deck?
I don't think this is a. Well, yeah, I don't think this is a.
Well, Gaddock Teague locks us out of our finisher, is the only problem.
No.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Let's not do that.
Do we have any more creatures that we want to put in here that make us go wide?
Wait, Gaddock Teague is fine in this deck. It's only non-creature spells.
Oh. Is it 2Ds?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And he is 441. I don't know. We'll throw him in for now. If we need to cut him, we can cut him.
Yeah. It's actually just a stack deck, everybody. I'm sorry.
It was always stacks.
All budget ever is.
So what are some like cheap go wide cards? I'm trying to think. Because like unfortunately, I think our boy Tendies is probably too good.
Tendies is too expensive.
just a
Or
little bit.
too expensive. Yeah, he's $10.
So here's a card that we didn't throw in to card draw, but I think it's actually really good. Keeper of Fables.
You know, I don't hate that idea. Also, Verdant Force, just for go wide stuff. I mean, if each upkeep put a, it is 3 mana more than Tendies, but I do be picking tokens every turn.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a Scoot Swarm deck?
I don't hate that. How much is Scoots?
$5. The Scoots.
5 is a little
$5.
pricey.
We can cut one of our more expensive card draw pieces.
Adeline is also $5.
We can cut Welcoming Vampire now, I think, because it's just more expensive, and then we have stuff. Ooh, Adeline. Alright, that's not spelled right. How do you spell Adeline? Why can I not spell anything today?
Must keep with it.
I mean, look at how he put it in there. You know.
That's too big brain for us.
Maybe the person that has an Adeline deck would know how to spell their commander.
Yes.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Splendid Cathar, okay.
Card's good.
We're at
Suggest
96.
e-witness, but I think that's $3.
What about timeless witness? Much cheaper.
What does Timeless Witness do again?
It's the same thing, but it's 1 more mana, and you can eternalize it later on.
Oh, that's fine.
How much is a? I think that's fine. Do you want like some
How
kind
many
of
more
recursion?
cards do we need to find?
7. Well, we're
That's not bad. We
We're
have
to the
$3
point now.
budget,
Castle Order
and we were able to keep Craterhoof in. That's pretty good, actually.
we're not.
We
able
don't
to
have
keep
lands
Craterhoof
yet.
in, by the way, because we don't have lands.
Where there's probably some other stuff we can cut that's more expensive.
keep
Like,
Crater.
I think we can cut the Gaddock Teague.
Yeah.
I don't think Gaddock Teague's necessary.
I honestly don't think, as good as Collector Roof is, I think we're not in the right budget for it if we're wanting to keep Craterhoof in.
Probably. And then like Druid of Purification, we have like a lot of removal stuff, so we could probably just cut Druid.
I would swap Druid for Elvish. What is it?
White Mane Lion. I'm not sure what White Mane Lion does for us. I guess it bounces Rocco, but like, I don't know if we care.
Oh,
This doesn't do-
Reclamation Sage
Oh yeah.
Rex Sage,
instead
yeah.
of Druid of Purification.
Oh, I see. I got.
If you wanted to go a little more budget, you could do Rust Scarab, I think is the card. It's a little bit more expensive. I think it's at 5 mana. I don't know what the price is, but it may be worth
It's
including.
13 cents. Oh, I don't. Reclamation Sage is like 6 cents though, so.
Yep.
I feel like we need some more stuff to go like wide with. I'm trying to think of token makers that aren't Undershoot Dryad.
I don't know if we need to go wide. I feel like we're going to accrue a large board state. With
Yeah, I feel like
each
we're gonna
of
be
these.
fine.
All right, stacks pieces then.
Okay, hey, we don't have to go 0 to 100 right there.
Oh, I'm trying to think.
Sharn.
Oh, I like your Sharn. And it's only 35 cents. It's kind of stacks, but it also lets us guarantee draws. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Let's throw a Sun Titan in for recursion.
Oh yeah, totally.
That could work for Spore Frog as well.
Yep. I
It's
do
40
like
cents,
the
yeah.
Spore Frog with the Sun Titan. Very solid.
Hog
We
Frog.
don't really care for a Rourke Thar, do we?
It's
Huh?
already in there.
You added Rourke Thar?
Yeah, we got
It's
Rourke Thar in
already in there.
Oh, goodness.
It's
See what's in like
actually
Hate
stacks deck.
Bear.
Do we care for Hate Bear, or do we want to like add effects to keep people from attacking us?
That might be reasonable. There is Baird. Baird's an option.
Baird is pretty solid.
I'm actually happy I remembered
We could
that.
add Hikori Duststreaker just to be very mean.
Oh god. Maybe we don't do that one.
No,
I don't like
Oh,
lands anyway.
I like Rin Wingmare here. It's non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast.
It's pretty solid.
It's 13 cents.
Since our deck is like almost entirely creatures.
Ambush Viper is funny. I think how many? Oh, Vernelli has one. Ambush Viper, as hilarious as it is, I think we probably should be putting in the deck. Oh gosh, Knight of Autumn is really good. Yeah.
Yep.
Knight of Autumn. He has a bunch of stuff too. I don't know. I guess removal we can stacks there for that. We need 3 more cards. Oh, Hushbringer. I like Hushbringer a lot actually. Well, Hushbringer's bad for us because it turns off Rocco.
What about Colossal Dreadmaw? Everything's a Colossal Dreadmaw.
If only Esper Sentinel wasn't $26.
Depression.
I don't think this is a Spirit of the Labyrinth
what's our
deck, is it?
Play with?
What?
What's the budget we can play with right now?
We have $82. We're at $82.74, and we probably want to save some of that for lands.
Yeah, I say we save $10 for lands. So we really have like $8, right? You said,
Closer to 7.
yeah.
Just say we could add a crawl space. I don't know what that's running right now.
I don't like crawl space that much. Like, they still just get 2 big creatures to attack you. You know what? We can put a Scavenging Ooze in. That's not the card we haven't put in yet. He's like 50 cents. I don't think we really have Graveyard Hate.
I mean, we do. We have Farewell, right?
Yeah. But I don't know. So just like another piece, which I don't mind as much. Containment Priest is way cheaper than I thought it was, so.
Yeah, very solid. Unfortunately, it's not really too durable, but...
Why is it
Actually, do we want Containment Priest in here?
Why wouldn't we?
Read Containment Priest.
If non-token creature would enter the battlefield, it wasn't cast.
Yeah, that turns off
that is bad for Rocco. This is true.
But you know what isn't? Cat Jesus.
Leon and
Cat
Arbiter.
Jesus.
Doesn't Rocco makes a search, but I guess we can decide to pay. How do you feel about Quasali Pride Mage?
I like Quasali Pride Mage. And
We have a lot of artifact removal.
Yeah, we do. We're kind of heavy on it.
Can we take out like Acidic Slime? I don't know.
No.
We take out Beast Within.
I think.
Maybe we just don't.
It's still good.
I think we're not cutting spells at this point. I think we need to keep all the spells that we have.
Yeah.
Since we're pretty light on them anyways, it's probably best we just keep what we have.
We could do Strict Proctor. That gives us a way to get around stuff entering.
Yeah, Strict Proctor's not bad.
Oh, you know what's a good card to draw? Okay, my adversary. It's 20 cents.
We could do Prosperous.
Do we like okay more than any of the cards? I like it more than Elvish Visionary, honestly.
Yeah.
It's only 2 cards. What did you say, Cody?
I said Prosperous Keeper could be something.
Yeah. Oh, Vengeful Ancestor is interesting. What do we think of this one?
Honestly, I'm kind of about it.
I'm kind of down with it.
I am kind of down with the sickness.
I think it's... Yeah, that's okay. And then you said Prosperous... What was it?
Gentleman also said Knot of Autumn.
Oh yeah, we got Knot of Autumn in.
Okay, good.
Ooh, Cultivator of Blaze is interesting. I don't like Magus of the Moon, Jason, just because of the fact that I feel like we're going to end up running a decent amount of non-basics just to make sure we color fix properly.
No, Justin suggested Kodama, the Far East tree combo. I don't know what that would run us dollar-wise.
Kodama of the East tree?
Believes that's what he said. I don't know the combo right off the top of my head. I know that it's been played on RNG.
That in a bounce land, and then you just swap them back and forth. But we don't really have anything that benefits from landfall is the only issue.
We have 1 or 2 cards in here that benefit from landfall. Actually, I believe I suggested a creature, didn't I?
Which one?
Okay. You'd have to just run through real quick and double check.
I don't.
I'm fairly sure that I suggested one with landfall earlier. I could be very wrong.
I don't know.
I don't.
Just scroll through real quick.
I also like Kodama of the East tree in this deck in general.
I think it's a
just
good card,
because we get 2 triggers of it off of Rocco, which is pretty solid. Cultivator
of Blades. Or we could just put Felidar Retreat in, that's true.
Justin said we could run Felidar Omnath with the bounce land as well.
Well, I guess what payoff do we want for...
we want Omnath since we're trying to be a little more creature / anti-creature deck stuff.
Omnath, Locus of Rage, I think.
You don't want Locus of Mana? My favorite green EDH card?
No, I don't think so. Cultivator of Blades is an interesting one.
So
We're at 101 main board, baby.
Yes. I don't know.
What is this effect? Fabricate.
we
Do
don't-
we really care about this effect?
Yeah,
Just
we don't
because we're
care
going to be
about this
crater hoofing
part.
anyways?
I mean, it's like a redundant effect, which I don't hate.
Yeah, but like, also we don't have ways of buffing its power.
This is true.
You know.
Okay,
I
we
think
need
it's a good card. I just don't know if it fits exactly our harebrained scheme.
Okay, let's. I don't know why I closed that. Let me pull ADH right back up. Okay. We need to cut a card.
What's our
We could-
package look like? I know we have a lot of creatures. What's our spell count?
4 sorceries, 5 instants.
And how many creatures?
There, 53.
We're playing a hate bear CDH hate bears.
Maybe we cut.
Very interesting.
Maybe
Probably
we
going to
cut.
be cutting a creature.
We're cutting.
I think we should cut the Pyre Heart Wolf. As cool as it
I-
is.
I would rather keep it just because we almost have no reason.
Okay, then what if we cut Verdant Force because it's 8 mana and makes Saproblade.
I think that's a good idea. I think I'd rather cut down on Ripper versus cutting cards that could do something in a pinch.
Okay, now we need to do our mana base. We have
have-
barely any red. Okay.
Yeah, so we just need like dual lands for red and like
Yeah, I'm
one
not
or
concerned
two
about any of it.
mountains.
Justin has suggested
We also have some of the
Kamal Heart
Triumphs,
of
right?
Crosa.
Oh, I like that Kamal a lot.
Yeah, that's super good. That allows us to help with Crater Hoof.
$1.60.
But what do we cut for it?
How much was it?
It was $1.60.
That's not bad. It's a high curve cost. Are we using Kogla for anything? How do we feel about Kogla still being?
I
in
think
there?
Kogla is just really good.
Yeah, I'm not against it. I love me some monkey.
How many humans do we have in the deck? Let me figure that out.
Holding still. 7.
7.
So that's not bad. Do we cut part of our ramp package? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No, I
We
don't
just
think
cut
so.
one of our tops. We want to keep Rurik Thar just as a hate piece.
I love Rurik Thar.
I
What
don't
about
think we touch any of our stacks pieces?
I'm not super impressed by the Dryad Melodon, if I'm being completely honest.
I think it's very good. It's a one of effect that you can use. I mean, if you run up against a spell deck and they don't have an immediate way of answering it, you can tutor it out. I think it's very undervalued.
Yeah.
What about Baird? How do we feel about that right now?
I mean, I like him.
Steward of Argive. I think he's good too. I'm just curious. I know we want to keep both Archons.
We have a lot of stuff that makes, I think, creatures come in tapped, if I remember correctly. Or is it just like the 2? We have Jolly Sunwing and Imposing Sovereign. What else?
I like.
I don't want to touch our card draw package either. Did we just cut Joiner Adept? Is that the move?
I
here?
think I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good effect, but I think that we're going to be in... Our colors are mainly green. I don't think we're going to have much trouble finding our lands.
Put that in finisher. That's a finisher card.
Yes, sir. That is a finisher.
So just go to remove tags.
I know how to change the tags.
Yeah.
Where are they?
For you.
Where are you?
Don't-
So I think we should probably start putting together our land package.
$13 for
Land.
a Selesnya mana base that splashes some red pips.
Easy.
Easy clap.
11
Luckily,
forest,
we're,
11 plains, and a war room.
Let's go.
Oh, hang on. Let me. Where land go? Untagged
Where
lands.
land go?
Let me make a land tab, so it won't be just untagged lands. There we go. Remove all of those wastes since we don't need them anymore.
Big sad.
Okay, so we need. What was it? Jetmirs.
Actually, we don't have the budget for it because we said that it's gonna probably settle around $9. That being said, Command Tower and Exotic Orchard are very much budget cards.
We could always add Terramorphic Expanse.
True.
And Ethan's favorite card, Myriad Landscape.
Nah, I think Mirror Landscape's actually bad in this deck, but
Yeah, I think
No,
it's
Myriad
actually
Landscape's
bad.
good in every deck, including CEDH. Don't let them lie to you. Big CEDH is lying to you. Don't drink
yes,
the Kool-Aid,
please play your your Myriad
Don't drink
Landscape
the
deck
Kool-Aid, Logan.
against my CDH. No, I'm telling people play Myriad Landscape against my CDH deck so you can take a turn off to ramp one land.
Jungle Shrine, Tri-land.
Is that the tap try for this one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Canopy
27
Vista.
cents. Yeah, if only Field of the Dead didn't break the budget, then we could just
Jesus
add
Christ,
every
Field of the Dead's
awful land.
I'm trying to
Every unusual one.
MTG lands.
I was gonna say Cinderglade, Canopy Vista are both cheap duels.
Let's see. We haven't. Yeah, I like those. Those are good.
We could even add the one energy land from Kaladesh if we're really.
I don't know if we're
scraping
gonna
the
run
barrel.
that deep.
We're
If
not
we're
that
scraping the bottom, that's a possibility.
Let's look at Celeste.
Bounce land.
Yeah, we do
Sanctuary.
need bounce.
We do want the
lands
bounce
for
lands
bottom.
actually. So yeah,
Sanctuary.
I think we play all three.
Yeah.
Let's clap for Logan for spelling Selesnya right on the first try.
I may
Oh.
have a reference because I just looked at it.
I don't believe you.
What are the
It may
other
be in the
ones?
top of your screen,
Forest
but I don't.
Garrison.
And then
Gruul
Gruul. What's the Gruul turf? That's right.
Yep.
Boros. Yes. And then -3 combo pieces with Kodama, and then Nom Nath.
Sorry, what?
Nom Nath.
Okay. Him and Scoos are just two hungry boys.
They are very hungry.
Two hungry, formless boys.
Crowsand Verge.
That is a good
Illusion
one.
Verge is a good one. Is there another one like that for the other colors?
No. Unfortunately.
Do we have the budget for Castle Garenberg?
We might. Castle Ardenvale I don't hate in this deck either. Garenberg's $5.
It's
Ardenvale is
$5.
Ardenvale's 2.5 though. Do we like Ardenvale enough? Do we like making it a token?
Yeah.
Amulet Titan at this point, man. That's my favorite. You just aren't ready for it, man.
Not ready for
How much do we like the castles then?
Not
I
for
think
my
it's-
vote.
I don't think we care about Embereth for this deck, honestly.
No.
Not necessarily. I mean, I'm not against it. We might want to flush out the rest of the land base before we add.
I don't
something
like it as
that's
much,
like
yeah.
$5
And we
for
definitely
it.
need like untapped duels.
Yep.
Raise the Verge
uh,
is off the table. Pretty sure that's still.
Wooded Bastions.
$12.
Okay, well, fast lands I don't even think we care about. It's like not gonna come in tapped most of the time.
No, we
They're
don't.
coming untapped most of the time. Unfortunately, the filter lands are pretty expensive.
Battlefield Forge.
What?
Painlands.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we can-
Battlefield Forge. Yeah, can you tell me all of those? Hang on, I can probably find it in
The
here.
Celestia one is too expensive.
Rushland.
$8.
Painlands. Carplusion Force is the other one.
Rushland is probably going to be more expensive than it.
Carplusion Force is $5. Brushland. We need a Painland reprint. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Logan's going after the reserve list again.
They're not on the reserve list.
They may as well be. We
Right.
haven't seen them in so long.
Ancient Ziggurat's pretty hot in this deck.
You do
It's
have
not
52 creatures.
It's not bad. Not a bad inclusion.
Is it just 1G?
Yeah.
I think it might be.
It's
Ancient
two,
that's throwing
actually.
It off. They get.
There we
Yeah,
go.
okay, okay, that's not even on me. I put 2 Gs, it just didn't show up.
Naya Panorama?
Oh, yeah.
We're $93.
Why we're filling it out with budget lands at
Yes,
this
sir.
point.
We can always just add some
lands
basics
went
at
somewhere
one
weird.
point.
Okay. What was the one we just put in?
What's our basic count we're gonna be looking like? What do you guys think? I don't think we're adding any
pretty
basic
high.
mountains. I don't think we're adding.
I think we had.
I think we put 1 in.
We put 1 in.
Yeah, we can.
Ooh, do we have enough for a Gavany Township?
Probably not.
No.
And I also can't spell
Nope.
Gavany Townships.
Yeah, it's you put 2
Just-
ends.
Why did I put
Just-
2 ends? They got me with the extra ends earlier. I just want to say that.
Yeah, I don't think Gavin Townships in our
thinking.
budget.
It's thinking.
$3.50 probably not enough for that. Yeah, not worth it.
The temples, Temple of Plenty, Temple of Abandon.
I want to try to reduce the amount of tapped lands we have if possible.
Yeah, no, for sure.
What about the slow lands from Innistrad? Are those expensive? I can't think.
Yes, they're about $4 a pop.
You know, I don't like I don't hate the battle lands. I don't know how much they cost though.
More than you.
JC.
$1.28.
Lord, please reprint the damn pain lands.
Okay, well, and maybe this is only $1.28, and Cinderglee's the other one.
Yep.
Those are cheaper than I thought they would be actually. So
I think let's get our basics put in, and then we can see what we have remaining for the budget.
yeah, okay, so we're at where did my land?
Let's look
There's
at
a
the
land. So we
color.
have
Let's
12,
look at the
so we need
percentage.
24.
Yeah, 66% green. Interesting.
We have 24 lands left. So I think we put
As
in
much as
one-
I would like to put an amulet, Justin, I don't think it's gonna be a possibility.
I think we put in like 2 mountains.
Ooh, mountain.
Add 1, and we
So
lands.
we'd want to put in 16 forest. That's
Sure.
what math checks out there.
I don't like math, except for when I have to use it. Math is for blockers. I swing with a crater hoof. They figure out if they're dead or not.
6 planes.
Okay, we have like a little under $4 for budget.
How many lands are we missing? Do we need any more?
No, that's all. I just filled it out. We can remove
Start
basic as
cheaper.
need be. Let me see what,
Smooth JC suggested get you gain lands.
I want to reduce the amount of taps we have, honestly.
Yeah, but we have too many untapped. We can honestly afford a couple more tap lands and be fine. Especially since we're a 3-color deck on a budget.
I hate evolving wilds, but it might just be a thing that we can do just in case we need to find a color.
Yeah.
It's better than Terramorphic Expanse.
Wait,
Fortune.
which one has the good art though?
Well, if you're using the secret lair, neither of them.
True.
And here at SmoothbrainEDH, we go with the most unaesthetically pleasing card art.
That's why the best Faithless Looting art is the Faithless Looting art.
Do we like the gain lands or the scry lands more? I think I like scry lands.
I like the Scribe lands more.
Yeah, I think that we've got plenty of life. Do we have any life gaining effects from creatures?
No.
I think we might.
I don't think it's
I don't know.
necessary. It's
Oh,
just
we
a-
have
it's just a-
Momentous Fall.
Yeah, that's fair.
Temple of Triumph, Temple of Abandon, Temple of
It's Temple of Plenty is the Selesnya one.
just Temple of. Temple-y.
Why did that happen?
And Polly.
Where are my lands? There's my lands.
Logan tilts me every time he types out the full name of the card instead of just Temple of.
Well, okay,
Man,
well,
I can. When it comes to magic cards, I can always spell them.
this
but if
is
it
not
comes to the
all
word
of them.
Sacrifice.
This is 5 of them.
I can't spell sacrifice
It
to
only
save my
shows you
life.
the ones that you can play in your deck.
I didn't know it did that.
Yeah. Like if
What's
you
the
type in
what's the
Forget
temple we don't have? Temple of Plenty, Temple of Triumph. We need Temple of
Abandon.
Abandon. And we need to cut some basics. So
Got a forest. Got 2 forests. Got a...
I might just build this budget deck when it releases.
Head of Ancestry.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I might build this for our budget release after new Capenna comes out for one of our budget videos. It seems pretty fun to play.
Yeah, Path is super good. Got a forest. I think we can go down to 10 forest and probably be fine.
Do we want more? How many? Let's look at how many. Well, here we can do this. This is fine, I think, with me, and I think we have enough like duels. I think this is fine.
Yeah, I'm not against it.
I'm
I
not
think it's
against
fine.
it.
And we do have like $2-ish. Is there like any
Well,
utility
$2-ish.
lands?
I mean, we could look at changing out some of the creature effects or adding cards that we previously cut.
I'm trying to think if there's any like utility lands we really would want this deck. We could put in the Castle Ardenvale. Call it a day.
We could put in the Castle Ardenvale. We could find another $2 and slip in the Garen Brig.
I don't know how we find $2 though.
Yeah, very easily.
You're not gonna like it.
You're not gonna like it, but we can do it.
I already don't like it. Where are we going with this?
What's your favorite card in this deck, Logan?
Critical Behemoth.
My favorite card in this deck is a basic forest, because I know you're gonna tell me to cut whatever I say is my favorite.
What? What are you talking about?
I think we can just swap out a creature for something a bit better.
Yeah, a better effect creature for something.
How much is Druid Purification?
$5.
Yeah.
5, 6, yeah, something like that. A lot of moaners.
Collector Oof too much.
Yeah, I don't want to add back in Oof. I'm not feeling Oof too much.
We can maybe find space for Thalia Heretic Cathar.
Yeah, we can.
That
We
would
cut
probably involve
something.
cutting something else.
Well, we're gonna cut a card. We're gonna cut a card anyway.
Yeah. I don't want to cut Runic Armasaur. That's one of our key draw packages.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think we can cut Momentous Fall because we don't draw a whole bunch of cards.
I mean, I think you're just
Most
doing
of-
it when when you're going into combat and you use Kamal, possibly. You might just be doing it off to draw an extra 3 cards based on.
We can cut Kendrali Sunwing and put in the Thalia. I think that gets us there.
Kind of like a thought. Didn't we say we only had 2 of those effects?
I think we did.
I think it's probably best to keep it. Yeah, Smooth JC says Garenberg is especially good for this deck.
Yeah,
I agree though. I'm not sure it's needed, but it is a good idea. Did you actually add Mana Whiff Sliver?
Yeah. Why?
Sliver creatures you control. It's just a mana.
But it says
Take that out.
yeah, it's a mana dork that makes.
We can take that out.
Yeah, we could.
You're just gonna make me sad not having the whole package. You snuck that in on me. I didn't even see that.
There, we're at $100.10. Sure.
Good
We gotta
enough.
cut to 10 cents, man.
No.
What's your favorite card in this deck?
Oh,
Hey, a keeper
The one
effect is
that,
exactly
the one
10
that
cents.
costs $23.
All right. Do we want to call Rocco done then? Or let's go through it one more time, I guess.
if the 10 cents bothers the viewer, I will PayPal them 10 cents.
Great. Everybody's going to say, yeah, that 10 cents bothers me.
I shall be negative $1,000 after today.
You have to fill out this form and hike to the top of whatever the Pike's Peak in fucking Oregon or whatever and turn
Why
your...
Oregon? Isn't that like the flattest state? One of them.
I don't know. I don't think it's actually in Oregon. I don't know.
You could just say Colorado.
Maybe.
Somewhere in the Rocky Mountains.
Hike to the top of Pikes Peak. Turn in your rebate form. We'll get back to you in 2 to 4 business years. About your 10 cents.
Never heard of business here, but man, I think the IRS really subscribes to that.
Yeah. Where's my tax return, IRS?
Taxes. I didn't file anything.
Anyway, let's go through the deck one more time and talk about it.
Oh my goodness, this meme that just got sent to our Discord.
Okay, well I have to go see it now. Of course, once we
and
start
for those viewers who haven't seen us, we have a public Discord. Make sure.
Oh yeah,
join
we
us.
should probably plug our Discord and all our social media in the description. There's also the deck lists from today are in there. You can take a look at them there. I need to go look.
Join the Discord. Send us some memes. Chat with us. We're pretty cool people.
That is a
except for Logan. Logan plays Mogus. He's not very cool.
I'm not good people.
He's not good.
I don't know why they let me run the stream.
He knows it.
I really don't know why they let me run the stream.
Because we like you. But the meme that was sent, that's a pretty good meme. That's a solid meme.
All right, let me tab back over to my OBS. Money well spent, indeed. All right, so yeah, let's go through this list so we can talk through it. So we have, for our board whites, we have Austere Command and Farewell.
Adios.
Yeah, a little less than I would normally put in a deck, but we're a really creature-heavy deck, and these are also very versatile, so you don't necessarily have to wipe creatures with them. I like this board wipe package a lot.
We're also a stack, so therefore our board wipes become significantly less.
Our board wipes are typically our creatures fighting.
Yeah.
And then we have a couple of things that will bounce Rocco back to our hand in Temur Sabertooth and Wirewood Symbiote. We still do have a pretty good amount of elves, I think, in the deck. Yeah, we still have 12 elves, so Wirewood can untap things by bouncing elves multiple ways. Yes, thank you for that. I think Justin, he might be talking about the meme, but Temur Sabertooth just bounces things and makes itself indestructible, which can be relevant. For card draw stuff, we have Land of War Visionary, which doubles as ramp. Rummaging Goblin, just because it is 1 cent and draws cards. We like that.
Love me some Goblin.
Rumor Gatherer, because it can scry and then draw a card. We like that. Runic Armasaur, because it fits the kind of the stacks theme and also draws those cards. I think a lot of people underrate Runic Armasaur. You will see random activated abilities so much in a game, and you don't really realize it until you play an effect like this. You're like, oh, I draw a card. Oh, I draw a card. Oh, I draw a card. Beast Whisperer, because it's like premier green card draw. Momentous Fall, because why not? He also gains us life. We like that. Okay, my Adversary, because we thought it was going to be more expensive than that, so we put it in after we figured it out. Keeper of Fables is pretty good. It is a budget Toski. And we don't have a whole lot of humans. We do have some humans, but not enough to make it bad.
It draws 3 every combat, which is...
When 1 or more, actually it only draws you 1. So
it draws 3 because you can hit individual players.
Oh, you know, that's a very good point.
Yep.
So yeah, budget Toski. Shamanic Revelation, because we have so many creatures. Draw lots of cards. We might get some life off of that too, depends on what kind of creatures we have out. Soul of the Harvest, very similar to Beast Whisperer, just a little bit more. Also, Trample on a 6/6, you know, it's a body.
It gets there.
Craterhoof Behemoth, because it says things that say X in it and creatures.
Look at that art. That should be more than enough of a reason. Let's be
exactly. Actually, true.
If you put that art on the page and asked me to guess the card, I would not get that right.
Nope.
Yeah, I would never have guessed that. Sanctum of Eternity. I don't know if it would Sanctum of Eternity in.
Like Loxodon Smiter would be my guess.
You know, Jason's made a good suggestion. Sanctum of Eternity. How much is it? Is the problem? It's $2.50. Do we want to try to find $2.50? Oh, so what it does is it can bounce your commander to your hand.
Oh, that's right.
I mean,
actually,
that might be worth finding another $2. To be completely honest with you, Logan.
Like we could just cut a $2. We could cut a $2 creature and go up a land for that.
Not against it, yeah. But what $2 creature? this point, it might just be Kid Jolly Sunwing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is.
Bye, Dino Boy. Now we're 39 cents over, but that's fine.
I will not be reissuing my previous statement.
Still 10 cents. Back to what we were doing, though. Visual grid. All right. That was a very good suggestion, though. Finisher, and then Kamal is the same CMC, mana value as Craterhoof Behemoth. And does a smaller effect, but it does it every combat as opposed to when it comes in. And we can also hit people with lands, which is pretty cool a lot of the time. And they get indestructible.
And then Craterhoof hitting turns into a pretty large boy all of a sudden.
True. We also have Scavenging News because Graveyard Hate. Farewell, we should mention, also hates on graveyards, which is pretty nice. Excuses a way for us to be more, pick stuff out of graveyards if we need to. Land-wise, we have, a bunch of Naya colored duels. Looks like we have 20 basics. We have an Ancient Ziggurat, which I think is an interesting choice here, but we do have over half our deck is creatures, so it makes a lot of sense. And the recently suggested Sanctum of Eternity from Jason, which bounces our Rocco to our hand, so we can say, I would like to get another creature. Let's see. We have Boros Charm and Rapid Vigor to protect our creatures, and Boros Charm also, I guess, can just kill somebody if you really need it to. You know what? Giving something large double strike to finish somebody off is not a bad thing either.
6/6 trample earlier. It can get there.
It does get there. We got a ramp package here. We have your good 1-mana elves that you like to see. Soul Ring because it's Soul Ring. Arcane Signet to help us fix some colors. Beast Color Savant. Similar to Ancient Ziggurat, we have a lot of creatures and it makes all the mana we want. Also, this thing has haste, which I think is pretty neat for us. You just make mana the turn it comes in, much like an Arcane Signet. Farseek lets us go get pretty much any land we want out of our deck that's not specifically a basic forest, which is fine. Paradise Druid's an elf and also makes mana of any color. Good old Steve, Tutorable, can go get a land for us. We talked about Land War Visionary earlier. Topiary Stomper is a new card. It's a card from the new set that lets us go get a card out. And I guess it can't attack or block a good amount of time, but we are in green, so I feel like we're going to get to 7 lands reasonably quickly. So then we just have a 4/4 for 3 mana. Also, it's a plant dinosaur, which is pretty cool. I just realized that.
Yep.
You had me at dinosaur.
Yes. Timeless Witness is significantly cheaper than Eternal Witness. And also we can make the effect happen twice by eternalizing it. Then we also have Sun Titan, which is one of the pretty much the premier white graveyard recursion in my opinion. Also works really good with this little guy called Sport Frog we'll get to later.
And it goes pretty well with a lot of our enter the battlefield effects should they find their way off the battlefield.
Exactly. And then it also somebody removes one of our stacks effects. We can just get it right back most of the time because
it's also worth noting it's a 6/6 again. I mean it's got a large power and toughness with that double strike.
A removal package is, Swords of Plowshare is pretty classic white removal spell, really good. Chemist Transformation because it also draws you a card on top of making somebody's commander an elk. Which is really, really good. Beast Within, because it hits anything you want. Night of Autumn, really good. Flexible removal spell that can also just be a big body or gain life if need be. Manglehorn, because it's also a sax piece on top of destroying an artifact. Rex Sage, because it's just a good card that's destroying stuff that you want to destroy. Acidic Slime, for when you run into that Field of the Dead that we couldn't fit in the budget. And Kogla, because Monkey. And now we're at our stacks pieces. As we talked about earlier, Spore Frog, which goes really well with our Sun Titan. Schizo Dryad Militant to put spell slinger decks, in their place.
We make target Ethan cry.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because we can't play Bog in this deck, so we have to make him sad somehow.
Yep.
Slip it in.
Yes, we have Opposing Sovereign to make people's creatures enter tap so that we can, swing through them, and also their haste effects kind of just aren't important. Thalia to make non-creature spells cost 1 more because we have barely any of those in our deck, so we really don't care. Archon of Emeria is really good because it's a rule of law effect, and also the non-basics our opponents control, not us, enter the battlefield tapped. So those untapped bait duels that we're not playing, we'll enter tap for them. Eidolon of Rhetoric. Wow, I can't say words. Another good rule of law effect on a body that we can tutor out with Rocco. Thalia, Heretic Cathar, very similar to Archon, and also has. So it's fine we can Jolly Sunwing now that I think about it, because Thalia makes creatures come untapped as well. So it does similar effects to those. Vryn Wingmare is another effect similar to Thalia. Except this one's also flying, and that evasion can be relevant sometimes. Baird protects us a little bit, which we'll probably need because people don't like stacks and will attack us. Vengeful Ancestor is pretty interesting because it goads another creature, so we can keep like a big creature off of us that we don't want to hit us. Yasharn prevents people from like cheating mana most of the time, is what it seems like to me. Also, I think it hates on sacrifice non-land permanent. Okay, so you can still do fetch lands, but you can't. People couldn't sacrifice like a Wayfarer's Bauble or even a Sakura Tribe Elder. So like very slight non-bot with our deck, but I don't think we care most of the time.
Also note for your Sharn, which is actually really important.
Yes.
A lot of budget decks tend to run the Revel Art Karmic Guide loops because they're really cheap and is a very powerful way to finish the game. Your Sharn completely shuts that off.
Yes, absolutely. World Queller, because he doesn't need a smokestack piece in their stack, right? And he also kind of helps us deal with the permanents that we might be having trouble with. We can choose land with this. That's a little scary. Arcana of Valor's Reach just cuts off a certain spell type, so if there's a spell in your deck at the table, we could choose instant or sorcery. Or if there's an artifact combo deck, so it lets us shut off certain types that would be scary to us, or if we know what deck we're playing against, which we are going to know most of the time. And Rurik Thar continues to hate on non-creature spells, and we have mostly creatures, so again, most of the time we do not care about the fact that Thar will dome us for 6 if we play something that is non-creature. And here we have Kodama of the East Tree and Omnath Locus of Rage, and that combo together with a bounce land makes us a bunch of 5/5 elementals. We do need to get around the table one time for those to attack, but I think we're gonna be able to do that most of the time. Fierce Empath lets us go get some of our bigger creatures. We could get Kodama, we can get Omnath, we can get Kamal, we can get Hornet Queen actually, which we're about to get to. And also, did I say Crater Hoof? I don't think I did. We can get Crater Hoof with this, which is the important one. And then we have a few cards that help us go wide, like Loyal Apprentice, Adeline, Krenko. Love Krenko. This Krenko, it's very, very fun. Pyreheart Wolf helps us let those creatures going wide hit a bit easier, and Hornet Queen, because it's just a good card. So anything you guys want to comment on, or you've noticed that you would change about this deck?
That I would change? No, I just want to make mention that it's really depressing that a lot of higher power decks do not play Rurik Thar, because it just kind of wins games on its own.
While it's depressing for you, it makes me very happy that I don't see Rurik Thar all the time. I am not a fan of Rurik Thar.
He does deal a lot of damage.
Well, one removal spell is effectively 6+ life.
Oh yeah.
I don't like it. Makes it very unhappy.
Yeah, and that, I guess that's something to note about Rurik Thar is like most of the time, if somebody's removing it, you're getting value out of it anyway, because that removal spell is most likely not going to be a creature.
Yeah, I mean, you run into certain cases where that isn't the case, but I would say more like 7 times out of 10, you're gonna have to pay some sort of life, or somebody's gonna take some damage to remove Rurik Thar from the field.
Yeah, they're gonna be paying some kind of cost to get rid of them.
He is a good punchy boy. He's a very good punchy boy.
All right, well, I think we can call Rocco done then.
I would call him Rocco, but you could call him done if you want.
We can move on to Tiamat now.
Now the interesting commander.
Logan, I have so much to say.
I would like you to swap this to the ampersand promo version.
Correct.
Switch printing.
Oh, wait, not change commander. Why did I say change commander? Wow, switch printing. I believe it's. Let's see. Is it
That
this
one.
one? It's that one. Yeah. Well, oh, no,
The
It's
waste.
so expensive it doesn't even have a price.
fair enough.
Oh, you're not wrong. I have so much to say about Tiamat.
Cards.
What do you want to say about Tiamat?
Well, it's a dragon, first off.
What?
Typically this deck's played in a multitude of different ways. A lot of people tend to play Dragon Tribal, a lot of people tend to do Legendary Matters, a lot of people do a lot of different things with this deck. What I'm hoping to accomplish here today, specifically, we need to establish the power level. Are we going full CEDH, or are we just going real high level casual? I think that's probably the better version for us.
I definitely think it's fine to do something on the stronger side. What were you gonna say, Matt?
I was gonna say, I think just in general, real high power casual is probably the best fit.
I'm thinking the
especially
same.
since We don't play a whole bunch of CDH on the channel, and I would like to play at least a lot of our more powerful decks that we live brew here on the channel.
Yes,
For
I
sure.
want to play Conrad.
Vortha says to pull the full art version for a box set, and I am jealous.
Very nice, very.
So cards I want to add like straight off the bat for this deck, besides the Praetors, because I've said them and I'm just a Praetor boy. You're definitely gonna want the Ur Dragon. You're definitely gonna want Ramos. I personally cannot stand shapeshifters in any tribal deck. That is like a personal issue. I cannot stand.
How many scarecrows can you name off the top of your head?
That is the one.
Hilipala. Is that even a scarecrow? I don't know. Reaper King is definitely one.
Yep.
Painter Servant, notably. Painter Servant.
I
played
Sure
Legacy
is a
once.
scarecrow. That's funny.
That Tiamat's lowest listing right now is $950.
This specific version.
Easy
by the way,
money.
Yeah.
Easy money, baby. So, but yeah, Ramos, you're definitely gonna want Ramos. You're definitely gonna want the Ur Dragon. Neat tech for the deck is Gigantha the Wellspring. It's a pretty good effect for what you get.
Is there any way we
We can
companion
companion
that?
it pretty easily.
I don't believe so. I don't
Is-
think it's worth doing.
We can come back to it. It probably won't work out, but we can come back to it for sure. But I like it in the deck even if it's not companioned.
Yeah. There's just so many good cards. So we need to determine, are we going to do this, strictly Dragon Tribal, or are we doing Legendary Matters? I know a guy said in the deck, or in the chat earlier, he was building one of the sort. I believe he said it was Legendary Matters.
We can definitely scroll up.
Yeah, we'd have to find that real quick. I don't remember exactly where it was.
we can
Tiamat
do
Legendaries matter, Dragon Tribal.
So Dragon Tribal sub-theme, but legendaries matter most.
Yeah, well, we could do Blade Wing combos in this.
That's true.
We could do a lot of things. We could do Dragon Speaker Shaman, Dragon Lord Servants as cost reduction. That's 2 big cost reductors. We could just, honest to God, sort by art and pick a dragon, and it's likely going to be good.
So
Crux of Fate is absolutely going to be a must include in this deck for us.
Morphon the Boundless plus
No.
slash Fist of Suns.
No more fun.
Okay, can we at least put Fist of Suns in, because 5 mana to play things instead of
Yeah, that's fine.
What about Joda?
What for the effect is not bad. I think it works really well with what we want. A Hypergenesis deck, while sounds cool, I would rather not go to sleep crying tonight.
Alright, so Cloth Unrivaled Ancient is super good in this deck.
What is that?
Oh yeah, for sure gonna be doing World Gorger combos as well, Justin.
No, absolutely. So
We're-
Cloth Unrivaled Ancient is a 4/4 flying haste. Whenever it attacks, add X mana in any combination where X is the total power of attacking creatures.
Yeah, that's for a 7 mana in Gruul colors, that's not bad.
It is also a legendary dragon.
Yeah,
So we
we're
said
gonna also
old
include
Gnawbone.
Old Gnawbone. I don't know why we say Gnaw. It's definitely just Gnaw.
Because I'm being stupid. I know it's Gnawbone, but I like saying
I don't-
Gnawbone.
Because we're not a Gnoblin, we're not a Gnoblin.
It's a Gnoblin deck, Logan.
Yes. Channel this. How do you spell cloth, by the way?
KLAU.
Yeah.
KL what?
AUTH.
Oh,
Yep.
Clouth. I guess. I don't know. What does channel the sun do? I don't know. Channel the suns. It's a ritual that adds Wooburg.
I mean, it's up our alley.
That is up our alley.
We could even look at the new Dragon Legends from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty and see if they're worth adding.
Well, I know Junji is really good. Atsushi isn't bad either.
Sushi's also pretty good.
Atsushi's, dies, exile top 2 cards. You can play those or create 3 treasure tokens, which definitely works well with Old Gnawbone. That's a treasure generator.
I put Gnawbone in. I'll go ahead and put World Gorger in since you mentioned it.
Might as well.
Pretty decent card. I'm not sure if it's worth adding. Moonveil Regent. But if you cast a spell, discard your hand if you do draw a card for each of the spell's color. Seeing how we feel about Kyodai Solo Kamigawa.
Spell that, please.
Kyodai. I'm not sure if it's a good include. It has a Wooburg ability to get +5/+5, which I mean could potentially be relevant.
I am not a fan of it.
I'm
not either, but I'm just wondering if it might be. It might make the cut.
Do we want to put Super Shivan Dragon in the deck, also known as Inferno of the Star Mounts?
I think that are we doing this high powered or are we not? Because it sounds like we're just putting dragons in.
Well, I mean, it is what it is.
Dragons are fun.
Dragons are high power. Yeah, we're definitely not putting Okagachi in. As much as I love the theme, I'm very disappointed in the printing of that card.
Scale Lord Reckoner should be in here, though.
Right.
So we do have a lot of dragons.
Yes. Definitely probably ought to have a Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Probably a Realm Walker, too.
Yep. Wait, I thought you said we don't like shapeshifters.
Yeah, no, we'll make an exception for today.
Only the good shapeshifters.
Do you want birds in here?
Yeah.
Dragons are just basically birds.
Yes.
Bloom Tender is going to be good in this deck.
Bloom Tender is great in this deck, yeah.
If we don't add Skittles, our next recording session, I'm going to be spending fighting both of you.
Oh, Skittles is absolutely in the deck.
Skittles is going in the deck. I really want to make somebody crap with Skittles.
High power Dragon Tribal, I think.
How do we spell Skithrix?
SKITHIRYX.
Okay, I put I misplaced the Y in the I. Wait, that's not it either.
No.
How do you spell Skithrix?
Just put in the Blight Dragon and it'll pull it up.
There we go.
You missed an I there.
You know what? Most people with blindfolds miss an eye.
Yes.
Definitely gonna want Sarkon's Triumph. Tutorable Dragon spell's pretty good.
Yep. How do we like... Well, of course Dockside needs to go in this deck, because it's a red deck.
Atarka World Render. Is that the one that gives things double strike?
It is.
Do we like that one? Also, Urza's Incubator.
Logan, the best dragon. Dockside Extortionist.
I know.
Yes. Simply.
The best.
Let me try to organize the ramp once.
War of the Sparks Sarkon. I do like me some War of the
Nah.
Is that the one that, like, whenever things attack, each dragon you control deals 1 damage to it?
Yep.
If we add any Sarkon, it's got to be Sarkon the Mad.
Angry Sarkon?
Very much angry Sarkon.
I do like your suggestion, though, Hatari. Of Where the Sparks Sarkon.
Definitely going to be including a Dragon Master Outcast. Just because it makes 6 or more lands, you make a 5/5 every turn. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Guardian Project.
By the way, I put Mana Crypt in. So,
Yeah, man.
A decent dragon that we could include would be Beladros Witherbloom. Using our life total as a leverage, we could untap all of our lands. You can only activate it once a turn, but that could, you know, in large mana volume combo turns, that could be very necessary.
Kindred Discovery is also a thing in the stack.
Starcon Unbroken is insane if you get the ultimate off, but doubtful. It's helpful in this case. Yeah, getting Planeswalkers to ultimates and Commander
is incredibly hard.
I don't think I've ever seen one actually ult that wasn't already just in a win more situation.
Or with doubling season.
Or with like Flux Channel.
Or like a Oath of Teferi. I've seen that before.
Yeah. I've definitely Flux Channelered into a deck Fate and ult. It was hot.
Definitely put in Goldspan Dragon. You know, we're gonna want that.
That is a dragon.
It is a dragon.
Predators is definitely should be in this deck.
Looking Predators is hilarious.
Rhythm of the Wild's gonna be a good card that we want.
Yep. Do we want Carpet or?
I'm not sure at this point. I think that's probably going to be. We definitely need to add Crux of Fate in case you haven't added it. Logan.
I did already.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
We need to, because I'm a filthy goblin. I want to add the Praetors.
Which ones? All of them?
The ones from the Secret Lair set, in which last time I checked, they can't read Phyrexian, so pretty sure it's just yeah. I'm gonna add all of them because I'm a goblin. It's just the original Praetor set. All 5 of them, because we like legendaries.
Vorin Klex. Voice of Hunger for that one. Urabrask.
So hear me out here. We cut all the dragons, and it's actually just a Maskwood Nexus deck.
Are you right?
Oh my god. Teamer Sensier Garrix.
Sheldred.
Elish Norn, I know that.
Teamer
Jingatax is the one I'm missing.
Yeah.
Jason said we ought to use work on the ramp package first to know how many expensive dragons your man will support.
Smothering
The question, and that is all of them. That is the answer I choose.
Yep.
Again, Jingataxis and then Elish Norn, and then we're done.
How do you? I'm pretty sure I spelled Jingataxis correctly. Do I just need to take the hyphen
Just
out?
spelled
Is that what it is?
very possible.
Nope.
Just type in Jin, J-I-N. So you should pull it right up.
We see there's things called gyms.
Wait,
Hey, there
scroll
was.
down. There it is.
Is this the one? Okay.
Yeah,
Yes. Who would have thought that Jins were in the game? And then Elish Norn if you haven't got it, and that's it.
Tried to do
Dromoka the
Elish Norn.
Eternal?
I don't remember what the Dromoka is.
That's the one you can't target your stuff, right? No,
Yeah, let's work on our ramp package next.
Bolster
I want to
10,
make sure that
whatever
we.
Yeah, we need to.
Well, we
sure
have
we
6
have
ramp
plenty.
pieces already. So we have Birds, Bloom Tender, Dockside, Dryad, Deletion Grove, a Mana Crypt, Urza's Incubator.
Alright, so Soul Ring, Mox Diamond, Chrome Mox,
Arcane Signet.
Arcane Signet. Or High Power. Let's just put all the fast mana in here. We need all the help we can get.
We have 10 pieces of ramp now.
Fist of Suns is ramp for most of our deck.
I suppose it.
You know what? I think we got to do it.
What?
This has got to be a Stinging Study deck.
Yeah,
You're gonna make me unironically put Stinging Study in the deck.
it's pretty good.
I hate this.
So not really ramp per se, but it is pretty good here. Something like a Quicksilver Amulet effect.
Hey, do we want
Don't
more
forget
ramp?
to add Belwar Stone as well, real quick.
Yeah, Power's down.
What other ramp do you want? You want 4 or do we have 12 right now? Is this fine?
Herald's Horn.
Yeah, Herald's Horn is just a tribal matters piece.
Okay, that gives us 13, so I think we can.
I think we're good.
I think
there.
we can work with this and just determine go from here. Yeah, we do need to flesh out the combo lines that we've talked about. So I know we're doing World Gorger, Animate Dead things, and I know we're also doing Bladewing the Reason combos. So let's get those pieces added.
Animate Dead, Necromancy, Dance with the Dead, or
And then yeah, Animate Dead. We ought to have a line specifically dedicated to combos.
I know Dance with the Dead is.
Nope.
What is that card? Dance of the Dead, maybe? Dance of the Dead, that's what it is, yeah.
I promise we know magic cards.
Do we?
I literally play those. Oh, hang on. Let me make World Gorger. Let me make a tab for World Gorger combo.
Yeah, I just put. Okay. You're a little bit more specific than I was suggesting. That's fine.
Dance with the Dead, Animate Dead.
Okay.
We need. Let's do Bladewing.
Oh, well, I need to actually put Bladewing in. The Risen, I think, is it?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah. So the combo lines with this, right?
Yeah, what is the combo?
I'm gonna quadruple check to make sure that we get everything in correctly. So let's come back to that. Let me double check what I need real quick.
We have Animate Dead already. Justin, that's probably why you said we should talk about combo stuff earlier. So you're looking for the Bladewing combo?
Oh yeah, there's a couple different combos, but the one I think that we're gonna want to do that fits best with what we want is Bladewing the Risen with Scourge of Valkus and Molten Echoes. This allows us to repeat this combo for infinite damage. So we'll cast Scourge of Valkus and Molten Echoes in play. We'll cast Bladewing. Molten Echoes ability will trigger, creating a copy of Bladewing. Use it on the legend rule, we'll sacrifice the original one, copy trigger, return it back to the graveyard. Scourge of Valkus will trigger, deal 3 damage to the opponent, and then we can repeat this process for infinite damage.
Molten Echoes is so good.
No, I'm not thinking of Leyline Tyrant. I'm thinking of what's the one that is Warstorm Surge on a body?
Here are the peaks.
Here are the peaks. Yep, that's a dragon.
We want that. Definitely. How do we feel about Entomb effects? I know he suggested that. I know we're going to be using Scion of the Dragon. That's going to be in the stick for things that we can use. So we could put him back in.
I mean, how many of our combos are graveyard combos? World Gorger and
Bladewing.
You want to cast the Bladewing, right?
Yeah, we did want to cast Bladewing. It just also does get the ability, so that is worth noting.
What do you mean it does just get the
Scion, or Scion of the Dragon.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it does do things.
Ice Lancers does get legendary.
Do we need it though?
I don't know. Wait.
I mean, our main goal is powering out Tiamat, right?
Yeah.
And then being able to cast it. We're gonna search for 5 dragon cards, so we can search for, Scourge of Valkus, Bladewing, World Gorger. We could set ourselves up for a lot of different cards, but we need to make sure that we have a reliable way of finding Animate Dead or Molten Echoes. So it would be worth considering Gamble. Tutors are cringe.
We're going high power. Tutors are not cringe. Do we want Demonic Tutor too?
Demonic.
Tutors will always be cringe.
Okay, but we're in high power. Do we want Demonic Tutor?
Yeah, we're gonna want Demonic Tutor.
Demonic Demonic Tutor, Gamble.
Do we want Vampiric, or how many more tutors do we want?
We're really only concerned about tutoring the remainder of our combo pieces together. I don't know if this is a Wheel of Fate or Wheel of Fortune deck. I'm not sure.
It could be. It's a way to put World Gorger in the graveyard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna want an Entomb. I don't think a Buried Alive is good in this case.
No, I don't think you want that many creatures in the graveyard.
But in Entomb, we're definitely gonna want.
Alright.
Do we want an Enlightened Tutor instead?
I don't. That goes to top of the library, right? I'm not sure.
No, that goes to hand, I think.
Does it?
No.
Double check. I'm
No,
pretty sure it goes top of the
Enlightened
library.
Tutor is top of library. It's
Oh.
still-
Yeah, I played Underworld Storm and Legacy, and that was like the one thing that we were currently trying to crack is how to get a tutor that does that better.
Yeah. We want to go ahead and put Fierce Guardianship, Force of Will in.
For sure. And Deflecting SWAT because we're in red.
Yeah.
I don't.
Do we want Thoughtseize?
We're not.
I'm not
We're
sure.
not CEDH, so I would say no.
For Thoughtseize, yeah, I'm not sure. Thoughtseize is a good effect. We could Thoughtseize ourselves. But I'm not sure if it's reliable enough in that case. Been 100 times that I've Thoughtseized myself, but
Fierce Guardianship.
God, I love Skittles so much.
Do we have enough? Are we gonna have enough blue cards for Force of Will?
It's Force of Will.
Okay.
Oh, we could put Mana Drain in.
I mean, we're going to be adding a couple of very good cards for blue. We're going to be making sure that everything gets taken care of. Probably going to want our lesser... I mean, we could get a Gitaxian Probe, free mana, information on a hand draw card. That's probably not a bad card to add here. Swan Song could be a good card.
Rhystic Study. Because Rhystic Study.
Mystic Remora could be as well.
Let's get our blue cards out of the way here.
Yeah, let's just power this out real quick.
Smothering Tithe because it's Smothering Tithe.
Absolutely. If we add Smothering Tithe, then we're probably going to want to add Wheel just because we like making a million treasures. Could also add Windfall.
I like Windfall instead of Wheel.
Yeah, I think Windfall. We do need to fill out blue cards more. Do we want a Mystical Tutor? Is that something that we could be wanting?
Doesn't that go to the top as well?
Yeah, that goes to the top.
Yeah. That's sad.
Do we like Sneak Attack in this deck?
Do we?
I don't hate it. Do we have enough Enter the Battlefield effects to make it work?
I don't. But do we actually care about that? Because all our dragons are expensive and just beating face.
I mean, beating face works, yeah. I mean, Tiamat is an ETB, so if we found a way to recur it to hand,
Sneak attacking in
might be
Red
something.
Wing works the way you want it to.
Yep, it does.
Yeah, it does do that. I think Sneak Attack. This might be a Sneak Attack deck. If that's the case, do we think this is a Through the Breach deck?
I don't think so. I think it's just a Sneak Attack angle. So.
We add Show and Tell. Group Hug.
Oh. So what are we adding? Show and Tell, Sneak Attack? What are we?
No, we're not adding Show and Tell. That's a joke.
Oh,
We're adding Sneak Attack.
We're adding Sneak Attack for sure.
Sneak Attack is going in. Got it.
Question: are we putting basics in this deck?
We will include at least one of each at the very minimum.
Okay.
I do not like it. Playing a high-powered casual, we can at least expect a Magus of the Moon or a Blood Moon to hit the table.
But what I was thinking is like, do we put? Well, obviously we're gonna put Visage that who endures.
I guess we can just throw those in.
Takenuma.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate it. Yeah.
What? Boseiju, Takenuma, do we care about any of the other ones? That was that the right Boseiju?
Otawara is pretty good.
Hang on, I think I added the wrong Boseiju. I gotta find it. I did. I added the wrong Boseiju.
Whoops.
We definitely want to have Dragonlord Dramoka in here as a way to kind of keep him from casting spells on our turn.
Was it just Boseiju and Takenuma again?
He said Otawara.
Yep.
That's the one that bounces.
Yeah, we want all the good ones.
This is just good stuff. Deck.
Yeah. I mean, what else is a 5-color deck at this point?
Whatever you want it to be, but never what Golos was to us.
Look at how they massacred my boy.
Free Golos 2022.
I disagree
If
with this.
Skeleton Memory watches this, I want him to know that.
I disagree with this. I think Alicia should stay
You
back.
disagree? Well, Logan, here's consider the following.
Yeah.
Don't disagree with it.
Too bad.
Okay, you know what? That's
so Maskwood Nexus is a thing.
not a bad card. I'm not sure if I care for it.
Yeah, I don't think it's what we're doing in this deck. So.
We definitely need to add a Twin Flame as a backup card in case we can't get to Molten Echoes. That will also combo with Terror of the Peaks and Blade Wing.
Do you want what's the other one? Twin Flame. The one that combos. The ones that combo with dual cast.
You talk about heat. You talk about Heat Shimmer.
Shimmer, yes.
Yeah, if we do that, we also ought to add Lathless Dragon Queen because that's another combo.
Are we adding
With
Heat
Blade
Shimmer?
Wing. Yeah, we should add Heat Shimmer. That's probably just a good, even if it's not specific with Blade Ring, adding a token into play that's a copy of target creature and has haste. I mean, that's still extremely good. A lot of the creatures we have a lot of value. I mean, I would love to have 2 of our big dragon boys.
Yeah. So we're at 98 cards, by the way.
It tends to
Do
be
we
like
have
that.
like no removal spells?
We don't need them.
We don't need them where we're going.
Okay, we don't need where we're going. Good to hear.
We don't need them where we're going.
That being said, I think we should have like a Beast Within and a Sword Plowshares in this deck. Or no, Assassin's Trophy and a Sword Plowshare.
Yeah, Michael Hunkery Descendant's Path. I think that's a good idea.
I don't know what that
So
card
for
is.
removal, we're probably going to want to add like a Swords to Plowshare, a Heroic Intervention, Path to Exile, probably an Anguished Unmaking.
And let's not go Path.
You don't want Path?
I'd much rather play Assassin's Trophy than Path.
Yeah. It's 2 mana, but I think it's good.
Yeah. Descendant's Path is really disgusting in tribal decks. Especially stuff like this.
Okay, so removal spells we are adding is what? Swords, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Swords.
What else was it?
We're going to add Assassin's Trophy. We're going to add
Sonic Rift.
a Heroic Intervention. And then we're going to add Anguished Unmaking. I'd rather have Anguished Unmaking over Utter End in this scenario.
Yes, I agree. We'll cut down. So.
Oh yeah, there's always gonna be cut downs in a deck like this.
Freeze protection.
T-Phase. Is this a Patriarch's Bidding deck where we just everything that we have, like if we need a way to recur our dragons, we just say dragons, and get them all back? Is that something we could do, or do we think that's digging too deep?
I think it's digging a bit too deep.
We need to put the World Tree in this, by the way.
Yeah. The dragons are the removal. You know what? You kind of right, though.
You don't need removal if you win the game.
I think so. We should still have removal in this deck.
I don't know. What you're
The
talking
non-legendary World Tree. Yes.
Why is this card not legendary?
It represents a connection to the World Tree, I think is what the lore reason was.
Okay,
At
sure.
lore,
Why the
sure.
hell is this card not legendary?
Yeah, it's goofy. I agree. Dragon Tempest. Oh, that one does good stuff, right?
That gives haste and then deals damage, right?
It's kind of like a Warstorm Surge.
You can tell none of us ever played dragons, hardly.
Yeah.
If we had Chandler here, he'd be able to help us out.
Oh yeah, no, dragon.
Whenever a creature with flying enters the battlefield under your control, it gains haste until end of turn. Whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under your control, it deals X damage to target creature or player, where X is the number of dragons you control. I mean, that
Turns sneak attack into a damage spell.
I suppose it does. You want it?
Yeah, sure. Let's add it.
All right, I'm trying to think. We have ramp. We have some removal. We have protection spells. We have land. Whatever we do, we have 5 card draw things. I think we might need a little bit more card draw.
Did you add? What's the card draw look like here?
Mystic Remora, Ristic Study, Windfall, Guardian Project, Stinging Study.
All right, so Kindred Discovery. Very solid card draw spell.
Even do Return to the Wild Speaker if we need to.
Yep. Return of the Wild Speaker.
I do like Return of the Wild Speaker. Let's go.
Don't like it, but we could do it.
I mean, I think it's fine.
I just like dragons, man.
Dragons are cool.
Dragons are cool.
Wish we didn't have to have our breast.
You could just take it out.
No.
I know.
I must play my Phyrexian cards.
Do you want?
Why don't you like Urbrask, Matt?
I don't like OG Urbrask.
What about him? You know, because we can't let it. Readers can't read the card. What do you not like about him?
He's just like underwhelming for the mana cost that you pay for him.
That's why we're sneak attacking him.
Yeah, cause like
you're sneak attacking the thing that gives creatures haste.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it allows us to do things.
I've always thought that Urbrask was not like that great. I don't know.
All right, and before the next time when I build this deck and Matt dies to Urbrask, I want this to be clipped.
Okay.
Noted.
You got it.
Do we want more card draw, or are we fine with 7 pieces of card draw?
I think our card draw is strong enough that like we could honestly get away with that 7.
We have tutors as well.
Yeah. We have 5 tutors.
Oh wait, get
deck,
Probe
right?
draws a card. Get Probe draws a card.
Probe does draw a card, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing we could do, we could add some cards.
I mean,
creatures,
Jink
whatever.
attacks technically draws cards.
He do be drawing cards.
I'm going through the other stuff because we might add some stuff. And I forgot
I'm just waiting for 5-color Atraxa to put Praetors in all the decks.
You think they're gonna make a 5-color Atraxa?
I pray they do.
I hope they do.
It will be Chandler's favorite deck of all time.
Yep.
Probably.
We're cutting Kodai. It's just not strong enough.
No, it's not. It's out of here.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'm not sure I'm all about Atsushi either if we added him.
I don't think we actually ever added a sushi.
Good.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
While I love sushi, I do not like Atsushi.
We also didn't add Junji. I don't know if you were interested in that.
No, I think that's
no.
fine.
It doesn't return dragons.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
I think we're good to just start cutting. We have card draw, we have removal, we have ramp. Are we ready to cut?
I think we can cut Dance
Wait.
of the Dead.
Moonveil draws cards.
We can cut Dance of the Dead, right? Go down.
I'm trying to think which one's the worst of these. I think it's Necromancy's 3 mana is the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Necromancy is the one you cut because it's 1 more mana.
Yep.
I think it's worth. Yeah, I think we can cut that.
We can probably go down each Shimmer as well. Keep Twin Flame in, but
That's fine. Yeah, I'm starting to put things in Dragon. That's we didn't actually classify some of these.
Gigantha's practically a dragon.
Gigantha's like Valley or something. I don't know. Urbrask is not Dragon.
Gigantha's ramp. Let's be real here. That is just
The thing is, she's 5 mana. That's why I'm not considering her ramp necessarily.
Yeah, but when your average CMC is going to be 5+ in this deck,
Fair
especially creature-wise.
Attack creatures. Okay, we put Jink attacks in card around this, right?
You leave my Praetors alone.
I'm just categorizing them.
Sir, don't put them as Phyrexian, put them as complete.
Correct. Better. Okay, Logan.
You didn't see anything.
Okay. That was a Freudian slip if I've ever seen one.
I typed the wrong vowel. It happens.
No, I don't think normal people type that.
Happens.
We'll pretend we didn't see that.
Yeah.
How are you, Matt?
I'm doing fine. You know,
Don't you judge
chilling.
me.
Chat, how are you guys?
Yeah, how's chat? let's talk about that.
Let's not talk about that. How are you guys, days? Have you paid your taxes recently?
Yes, I did my taxes. The government needs to pay me.
The government pay you. You make me laugh.
That's funny.
You live in a weird little world, Mr. Hobbit man.
The government owes me money.
Newsflash, the government owes everyone money.
We don't need to get on that and do that on stream. Oh, we have one board wipe. Are we fine with having one board wipe? We have a
Our board
Roach.
wipe is the dragons.
We have a
Didn't you read
Cyclonic
Justin's
Roach.
earlier
I did
comment?
read that. We have Cyclonic Roach. We have two technically. That's fine.
I mean, we could throw in a dam.
Damn, that's crazy.
I like damn.
Beavers when they see an unclogged water source. Justin said he exists in tyranny.
Perpetual tyranny.
Okay.
That's a new
I
one.
didn't realize we had Macbeth in here, but that's fair.
You know what? Checks out.
All right. We need to cut 6 cards.
Not if we play this as the 106 card deck.
That's not legal.
They
in
hope
Commander.
our opponents don't count.
That's not legal. Okay, that part. You can do that.
Okay, so we've got World Order combo, so we have a way to win. We have multiple ways to win. Besides just regular combat damage. You've got 2 main lines combos. We've got multiple different avenues should they get shut off, but both of them revolve around the graveyard.
Man.
Do we have targeted removal to deal with graveyard hate? I know we have Swords of Plowshare, we have Assassin's Trophy. Sea Rift does the job, and so does Anguish Making, so I think that's fine. I think that's fine, yeah.
Are there any dragons we don't like?
Love them all.
I love my boys.
Are there any dragons we want to send to the farm upstate?
No.
I wish you wouldn't say that too, though. I love my dragons. So I'm thinking the only one I don't really care too much for would be Scion. It's good, don't get me wrong, it searches, but I didn't even get a chance to speak my piece before Logan sent him upstate.
Okay, well, we're not cutting cards right now. So
Hey
we need
champ,
to
what's
cut
got 4 legs and doesn't move?
cards.
A chair would be right, but it's actually Scion of the Ur-Dragon.
Since this is Cody's deck, there's 5 cards in particular I would cut, but we've been told no. So.
We have 14 pieces of ramp. We can cut a piece of ramp and be safe.
No, you know what? No, I've got the solution. Justin said Battle of Wits, and I think he's right.
That's not legal in Commander.
No, you don't have to know this.
Well, it's technically legal, but you can't actually win with it in Commander because you have to have exactly 100 cards. Unless you have a companion, then you get the cheat.
We could do a Rule 0 week where we just don't follow the rules.
We can cut this.
No. In
Yeah,
next April Fool's video,
D-Path is
we'll have
gone.
what? Huh?
D-Path is gone.
Yeah.
The path.
The path.
The path.
Next April Fool's video, we'll put a Battle of the Wits deck in. That sounds funny.
Fist of Suns might be the go here.
Yo, Jiraiya's playing Elden Ring?
Yo, you should turn your Steam notifications off, by the way, look.
My boy.
Joke's on you, our DRAGONSHIELD logo covers up my... That's on the stream. You guys don't see that.
Right.
Also, I'm pretty sure OBS just doesn't pick that up. So...
Is Fist of Suns is still good in this deck? What am I talking about?
Suns is still very good in this deck.
Yeah.
Would you like to remove your fist?
No.
I ask the old pirate in a bar.
Do we feel the need to have a swan song in this deck?
No.
Well, I mean, it removes the count of blue spells for Force of Will. At this point, I am beginning to consider if Force of Will is worth it.
Yeah, I think we got Force of Will.
I think Force is gone. It's a great card, don't get me wrong. I would rather have Force of Negation, though, at this point.
I think we can go down and get Taxium Pro, honestly.
No, because we're low on card draw anyways. I think it's worth keeping. Plus, it's information. I value information very highly in games as well.
We don't want to go down ramp, as weird as...
Hear me out. We cut 3 lands. No, I'm kidding.
No, sir.
No.
I think we're going to be looking at... We could remove Lathless. I'm not a big fan of Lathless.
Yeah.
It's a part of our combo, but it's not a necessary part
It's
of our
a
combo
combo.
because I believe Twin Flame and Heat Shimmer both combo with Scourge of
also,
Valkus as
if we
well.
have Dragon Tempest and we just flip back and forth Blade Wings, like that's also a combo.
Yeah, so Lathless can go away. That's a
Go.
card.
Go upstate, Lathless.
Go upstate.
No.
Justin's gonna bring a Battle of Wits to make us fear him.
Okay, you got it, Justin.
Joke's on you. I already fear Battle of the Wits. What does Lurking Predators do?
Funny chicaneries.
It's really good in my opinion. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually not bad.
2 cards.
2 cards.
We can cut a ramp spell. I'm telling you.
I don't like the way you tell me.
No. Look at our average mana cost here in the stack.
What? You're crazy, man.
Cut a
we're
ramp
not
spell.
cutting ramp spell.
What are we cutting? We need to cut something.
Well, we're getting there. We're getting
Do
there.
something, in fact.
I'm not really a big fan of Herald's Horn. I think if we do go down anything, that's going to be the ramp spell we go.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
Is it?
What dragon do we not care about? I like a Beladeros, or however you pronounce it, Witherbloom. I like Gnawbone is necessary. We need to make sure that we have the lines for Gnawbone real quick. I'm not extremely familiar with Gnawbone combo lines, so if somebody in chat...
Wait, Gnawbone has combo lines?
Combo lines. It's called Gnawbone plus a 3-mana enchantment known as
Aggravated Assault?
Aggravated Assault.
I don't want to make that joke.
Don't make the joke then. Let's
NFL
see.
players be
I
like...
agree, Justin, don't touch the ramp spells, but yet they cut one of the ramp spells.
What about Realm Walker?
No, Realm Walker.
Yeah, we need to add Aggravated Assault. That is a combo, and that is a way to do
Oh,
something.
great. More cards to cut.
That's just one. We won't touch ramp spells ever again. Scale Lord Reckoner, yeah, that is a possibility here at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real good spelling.
That's intentional.
That's real. Whew. I'm gonna have dreams of Gnawbone tonight.
Yeah, Scale Lord Reckoner can go.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of
Also,
it.
Cloth goes with the Aggravated Assault package.
God, that is so good.
Cloth is insane, dude.
Cloth is very underplayed, I believe.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of...
We should go down a tutor.
What's our worst tutor? Yeah, is it Sarkhan Triumph?
No, not necessarily, honestly.
It's a gamble.
No, because it does... We could fetch up a graveyard piece in it. If we get it, it's win-win.
I think it is Sarkon's Triumph because we have Demonic Tutor.
Could be. Do we just cut the tutor?
This one? I think we cut this one before we cut this one.
Yeah, because we already have Tiamat to do.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. We do have a lot of like tutoring effects. Also, you better put Jink attacks back in complete after this.
Oh, he never got put in complete. That's my bad. There.
There we go.
Skithrix?
No.
I know.
You
You're
leave
fight.
Skithrix
I'll fight
alone.
you. I'll just fight you. How about that? What did you
That's
do?
like, are we talking about like in the game, or like, am I just gonna walk
You
up and get run on?
You threatened that if Skithrix gets cut, that you're gonna fight us when we record next. So.
I don't know. Chat, what are you talking about? Did you guys hear that?
He's going boxing ring on you, Cody.
New card from New Capenna, a boxing ring.
Brass knuckles be like.
Yeah, I think it's just cut Sarkon's Triumph here.
At this point, yeah, it's 3 mana. It's a tutor. It's kind of weird. It's kind of wonky.
All right, now time to do the actual mana base. So
What's
every
our
single,
curve, real quick?
Yeah, let's look at our curve. 3.6.
That's not bad.
It's not terrible for dragons. That's really not bad.
What? Something costs 10 mana in our deck. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, it's called the Is it the Air Dragon? Does Air Dragon cost 10 mana?
Something costs 10 mana.
Yes. No, that's 9.
That's 9.
We must search. It's Jingataxis.
It's Jingataxis.
Complete.
Complete.
Why are there 2 of him?
What do you mean? There's not. He's just
Go
in
back.
2 different categories. He's in 2 different categories.
Okay, alright. I was like, wait a second.
You
Something
can put things in
right.
multiple categories, but yes, this is where we're at.
Let's
Wait,
do
we
the
need-
mana base real quick.
That's right. I don't know why I did this yet. We're not doing the review yet. No, text. All the waste. Go away.
Alright. So, Scrubland, bad.
Cascading
City,
Cataract.
We're Cascading Cataracts?
Oh, yeah.
Love me some
Cataracts.
That's a really good card here.
I'm
Logan.
absolutely misspelled Cascading.
There
You want Mana Confluence?
we go. Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna want City
Like
of
Exotic
Brass.
Orchard.
You're gonna want Gemstone Caverns, all fast mana. Ancient Tomb. Be surprised, we do have a lot of 2 colorless costing cards.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, did you say Ancient Tomb? Is that what you...
Yeah, that's an Ancient Tomb.
Justin has also threatened to fight us if we cut Skittles, so...
Yo, Smooth Brain UFC night.
Fight Club? Yeah.
Up, yeah, that's right, you can do that too. What are the lands are we feeling?
Well, I didn't put City of Brass on yet, so let me do that.
Okay,
Where'd it go? There it is. Okay.
Lego.
Double C City.
Okay, I already had a C up there, so I started typing it again, and then it just went in there.
Alright. Like I said, I think we just go all OG duels as well.
Yeah, well, I have all the OG duels, so that works out pretty well.
And down on the bayou.
Do Haven of the Spirit Dragon.
I suppose.
We're not gonna be able to do anything with the Ugin Planeswalker, but it does add mana of any color for a dragon spell. We can also go all Triomes, but I don't really think I care for that because they're tapped, and I really value speed.
That's why I said OG duels.
Yeah, we're gonna want to add all the fetches too, just because deck thinning.
Balance of lifestyle. What do I have so far? Bayou, Plateau, Scrubland, Underground Sea, Taiga. Why Tundra?
Scrubland, Savannah,
I have Scrubland, but I don't have
UC,
Savannah. I have UC.
Tropical Island, Volcanic Island.
Tropical. You can add those.
You got Scrubland.
We're missing one.
Let me see them real quick.
They're over here on the right. Oh, Badlands.
Badland.
Ah.
How could we forget the Badland?
Because it's bad. Haha, joke. No? Okay.
Command Tower.
Yes, Command
Oh,
Tower.
for sure, yeah. Did you get Haven of what's its?
Yeah, even the Spirit Dragon? I did.
Yep. Don't forget to add. Let's go ahead and get the basics put in.
Yep, one of each. I'm actually upset at this.
Cavern of Souls as well.
We only have 13
Well, then what-
dragons, by the way.
Let's go.
That's fine. We don't care for
I
that.
don't need them.
Well, we really just want to make sure that Tiamat is castable, right? And Bladewing's castable, because those are our combo lines.
This is true. Need a forest, and then we need a plains.
So, hear me out on this. What's our least played color?
You can find that out real quick.
White.
Who would have ever have guessed?
We have room for 8 more lands, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If we want all the fetches, we kind of have to cut 2 lands.
We need to cut a
We
plane.
could cut a Tundra probably. I don't think that's super necessary.
Tundra and a plane then.
No, I think we keep the planes.
I don't want to get caught out by a Blood Moon.
Yeah.
Playing a high-powered casual, we're gonna find a Blood Moon at some point.
No, Exotic Orcs are still good. Honestly,
Cascading Cataracts works well with our cards that require Wooburg.
And also Fist of Suns.
Last of Filter, yep.
Is it just get rid of talking?
I'm not against removing Takenuma here.
I think Otawara is way too insane, and so is Beseiju.
The only other one that I could be convinced would be Haven of the Spirit Dragon. For Dragon spells specifically, it is a command tower.
Yeah, I don't think we need it though.
It returns dragon creature card.
Ugin. It does do that. That's a possible. Yeah, I think we actually might want to keep that. At this point, I think we just might be
City
like,
of Brass.
might be just down the City of Brass. It does ping us.
Yeah, like that's.
I'm gonna build this deck and play it on our one of our next recordings. Probably not the very next recording, but probably the one after that.
That's a question.
Yes.
Do we go down Mana Confluence and add Tundra back in? Just so we don't have lands that hurt us?
Yeah, actually, because we're
What are
gonna
we
probably
doing?
have to play removing Mana Confluence and adding Tundra.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's just to, that way we're not, the only thing that pings us from our mana base is Ancient Tomb. Because we're not gaining life at all in this deck.
Yes. Can you name fetches for me, since I can't seem to remember?
Yes,
anything? Arid,
Scalding Tarn after this. We're gonna do Polluted Delta,
Misty Rain.
Misty Rainforest, Flooded Strand. You already got Arid Mesa, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Windswept Heath, Verdant Catacomb.
I have that one. We're missing.
You already got Verdant Catacomb.
Wooded Foothills is what you
Wooded Foothills.
Wooded, and the black red one again.
Bloodstained.
Bloodstained.
Yeah, I
Mire.
forgot it for a second.
I remember that because we threw it in the deck last week.
Yeah.
That is the only reason.
That'll be
we
my
did that.
Justin. That'll be my on-deck reminder if I have a effect on the field. I'll just put a giant dragon sculpture on my deck.
Nice.
Nice. All right, this ain't your dad's Tiamat brew here.
This is better than your dad's Tiamat deck.
It's certainly something. Okay, now we're gonna do a quick review. So
Well,
if you
honest to
remember-
God, I really don't think this is. I don't think this is a bad deck. I think it's pretty good for a high-powered casual.
it's interesting.
Well, okay. You see, you're avoiding the word decent. Is that Logan?
Anyway, Tiamat is a card that when you cast it, search your library for up to 5 dragon cards not named Tiamat. Also, Jason said that Mana Confluence is 100% worth it. If you would like to.
I think we at some point we look at cutting something other than that, other than a thing. So let's go back. Let's add Mana Confluence again. Let's just take out. Honest to God, it might just be Haven of the Spirit Dragon.
I think it is. Oh, yeah, it is Haven.
If it's not, it's Takenuma. Which one do we value more?
Haven.
Probably gonna be It might just be Takenuma.
Yes, I agree with it.
Yeah.
So Tiamat is a card that when you cast it, this is a cast trigger that is relevant to say. It's on the ETB trigger. You search your library for up to 5 dragon cards not named Tiamat, which if you achieve to put Tiamat in your commander deck, in your Tiamat deck, I would be impressed. That each have different names. Reveal them, put it in your hand, then shuffle. So the restrictions on like what you can search up isn't really important considering you're in commander. You just go grab your 5 favorite dragons.
Justin, we're not going to cut Cascading Cataracts because it combos and it allows us to filter pretty well with Fist of the Suns, as well as Joda and just general Wooburg things. we're counting on it being able to, like in a pinch, if we have multitudes of different pips, just leveling it out and being able to leverage a couple of those combos.
Also, Haven brings back a dragon and also makes all the colors of mana. So I would cut Cataract before I cut Haven. But that's me. Anyway, we have the Blade Wing combos here. So this is around Blade Wing the Risen, who, when he enters the battlefield, you return a dragon permanent card from the graveyard to the battlefield. And then the combo with that is you make a copy of it with Molten Echoes, send the original back to the graveyard, the copy brings it back, and then with an effect that, you deal damage when it enters, essentially you so that's like Scourge of Valkis, that's Dragon Tempest, that's Terror of the Peaks. You win the game.
Infinite loop of damage. Yep.
Yes.
Twin Flame allows you to do relatively the same, as well as Heat Shimmer when it comes to these combos with Blade Wing. We just forgot to add Heat Shimmer.
No, we took it out.
No, we
did we take?
Because
okay,
we needed cards to cut.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, Twin Flame allows you to do the same thing with the combos. You're just looping it infinitely with Blade Wing.
Yeah. And then for board wipes, we have Crux of Fate because we can just one-sided board wipe people, which is nice.
Dragon.
And damn. Let's see. You can cast a spell. I think it destroy each creature. Okay, so yeah, this would hit our creatures too. But it's a modal spell.
Creatures, but
it's fine. It's a modal spell.
It's targeted removal for the most part.
We also have Cyclonic Rift as a board wipe. We just put it in the removal section for this one. For card draw, we have Get Probe because it gives us information as well as draws us a card. Also, Classics and Ristic Study and Mystic Remora. I will say about Mystic Remora, just kind of in general, it's not really good at like mid to low power stuff because people aren't going to be playing into it as much. Whereas like high power casual and CDH, obviously, it's really good because people are going to be casting a lot of non-creature spells very quickly at the starts of games.
Well, it's great that this isn't a high-powered casual setting, Logan.
I know, that's what I'm just saying for our viewers out there.
The fish is very good at good levels. It is very bad at low levels.
It scales with the power level.
Fish.
Yeah, it scales with
Don't
the power
feed
level.
the fish, kids.
Don't
feed the fish.
It scales with the power level of the pod you're in, essentially. Windfall, Goodwill deck, our Goodwill card, it goes pretty well with our Smothering Tithe, and it also allows us to refill our hands. Guardian Project draws cards, just good green card draw. Moonveil Regent, we are in a 5-color deck, so we could possibly go from 0 cards to 5 cards. Well, I guess we had to discard a card. Oh no, you discard your hand. Never mind. Yeah, we could draw up to 5 cards. Pretty cool. Kindred Discovery because we are a tribal deck, and this says choose a creature type on it. Return of the Wild Speaker can draw us a lot of cards, as well as the fact that it's modal and can buff our creatures, and if we can go to the Beats plan, we can get stuff. Yeah, we all hate the fish. Stinging Study, no comment on this. It just says draw cards on it, I guess.
No, we've got to have a comment. Stinging Study is the best card draw in the game.
Yep.
There's Necropotence. Anyway.
I don't know what you're saying. Stinging Study is like the new Necropotence.
Jin-Gitaxias technically draws cards. He is 10 mana. He's in here because complete.
Yep.
We have Fist of Suns for a Joda style effect, so that we reduce the mana cost of a lot of the spells in our deck, in fact. Especially the important ones, because I think Blade Wing is well over
Paying
5.
5 mana for a Jin-Gitaxias feels very good.
Indeed. Sneak Attack, because it enables certain combos we have. Does it say Sacrifice? So this could, in theory, put a World Gorger in the graveyard.
There's no in theory. It will.
It will. It also just puts our Blade Wing out, because if we're putting a Blade Wing out, we're probably just going to win the turn. So, yep. Lurking Predators, because we can get lots and lots of value for that.
This card is hilarious.
Oh, it's
this is a long game rebuilding tool. If you get wiped or if you're kind of behind, landing this card will allow you to accrue insane value over the next couple of turns.
Would you like to talk about your Predators here, Cody?
Yes, I actually will. You've got the wrong art for 2 of them. Other than that,
it just defaulted to those. I had to say.
Other than that,
so has the
Legendary Matters
template.
is a theme that a lot of people tend to do for 5 mana color planeswalkers. A viewer suggested something along these lines, and I want to stay true to it, as well as I spent money on these secret layers. I'm going to use these cards. Being able to pay 5 mana once again for a Praetor besides Urabrask, may he rest in peace for being a victim of awful design, is pretty dang good in any sense. Like an Elshnorn for 5, a Vorinclex for 5, Jinkataxis for 5 mana. It's just insane.
Still pretty good.
As well as you sit down with Dragon Tribal, nobody's going to expect the Power Rangers of Praetors to come out and whoop your ass.
Yes,
I also would like to make a comment on this. The Praetors are okay in this deck because we honestly, there's a lot of dragons that don't really do much. So being able to slot the Praetors in is okay.
A lot of our dragons do things, they just work better together.
Yeah, but like the 5 dragons that we had in initially before we would have the
Oh yeah,
Praetors
they were gone.
they don't do that much in this deck.
No.
So...
And Elshnorn is just going to be a good. It's like I said, the Power Rangers just come out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Hey, man, why are things dying?"
Everything's dying. We have the dragon section now for miscellaneous dragons, essentially. Well, this is not technically a dragon, but Dragon Tempest does things with dragons. Turns sneak attack into a damage spell. Also combos with the Blade Wing combo. Realm Walker lets us take stuff on the top of our library, so just kind of value doesn't necessarily equate to a card draw, but kind of adds another card to our hand that we can possibly cast. Goldspan because
dragon.
True. Goldspan makes a lot make it a treasure. And the fact that old Gnawbone, as we like to say over here at SmoothbrainEDH.
Nobody likes it. You just do it.
No, Chanda does it too.
Everybody does it except for you.
Yes.
Oh. I won't drink the Kool-Aid.
Old Gnawbone makes a lot of treasures, and Goldspan says those make 2 colors, 2 mana now. So, yeah, this is kind of just good all around in the deck. Skithrix because sometimes people just die to Infect. Terror of the Peaks also goes well in the Blade Wing combo. Also the fact that we just have big beefy creatures makes that Warstorm Surge ability pretty good, and it's a little bit hard to remove in the fact that people have to pay 3 life to kill it most of the time. We have Ramos Dragon Engine. Turns out he's pretty good in a 5-color deck.
What? No way.
I think pretty good's an understatement. He's extremely good. You could even almost go to say that he's one of the engines of the deck.
It does say engine in his title, so that makes sense.
Dad jokes.
So Bellatrix Witherbloom lets us crank out a little past weekend chump block with, essentially, and we get to gain life off of that as well. Also the fact that he lets us just untap our lands once a turn if we really want to go that deep during a combo turn, which sometimes you're going to want to because this deck is pretty mana intensive.
So my line of thinking with adding Witherbloom here is that I've come in times where large mana decks do large mana combos and you're always like caught out by not being able to respond. Being able to preemptively untap all of your lands for a measly 10 life in this deck like this could mean the difference being winning a counter war, genuinely. Like we have a lot of free counters in here, but being able to cast other spells, be able to involve our heroic intervention, anything along those lines, this just opens up more play around.
Yeah. And then we get to move next to Klauth. Which goes well goes well with our aggravated assault down here. As you see, it's a 3-mana enchantment that lets us, for 5 mana, untap all of our creatures and have another combat step.
Role players, please, for the love of God, play this card more.
Yes. Klauth is easily making more than 5 mana on a turn most of the time. Yeah. Or per attack steps. You get to not only do infinite combats, but most of the time also make, in theory, infinite mana. Well, not infinite. Enough until your opponents are dead, you get to make extra mana. So you also get to respond kind of the same we were talking about with Bellatrix.
Pseudo infinite.
Yes. Again, old Gnawbone goes very well with this aggravated assault combo, as well as just making a whole lot of mana, which we like in this deck. And then we have Dragon, who is a dragon and does pretty good stuff. Won't get the Eminence ability, obviously, because it's not in the command zone, but if it's on the battlefield, we do get that. As well as the fact that when a dragon we control attacks, we draw that many cards. or when for each dragon we control, essentially we're drawing a card when they attack, and then we can put a permanent on the battlefield. So we get the cheat stuff out. So that's pretty cool. Any comments on dragons?
Dragon's very good. They got wings.
Dragons are very good.
We chose the best dragons.
We talked about the
We
Gnawbone
did.
combo a little bit, so we'll just go past that. As for our land base, you see a lot of like Wooburg lands and like Mana Confluence and
God, it's
Command
so
Tower and
pretty.
stuff.
Somebody help me budget, please. My family is dying.
We also have all 10 original duels and all 10 fetch land, which is probably about 5,000 worth of this $7,000 deck.
Coincidentally, also sitting in my Kenrith deck.
Yes.
Yeah.
It turns out having access to all the colors of mana is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes, Cody is dabbing right now. As for protection spells, we have things like Swan Song, Fierce Guardianship as counter spells, Deflecting Swat to get rid of that pesky Doomblade or whatever we are dealing with.
Somebody's playing Doomblade in high casual. I'm leaving the game.
Understandable.
I'm not even casting Deflecting Swat. You know what? They got it.
Yep. Heroic Intervention to protect us from board wipes. Rhythm of the Wild. I don't know why I put this in. Oh wait, because it lets us not get stuff countered, so we can protect ourselves from control decks. And then Teferi's Protection, we just need to blip out of existence for a moment.
Take a moment. Cam and go cook a pancake.
Yes. As for our ramp, we have a lot of the fast mana, such as Chrome Mox, Mana Crypt, Mox Diamond, Soul Ring. We have a Birds here. Arcane Signet's good, makes a lot of different mana colors, which we like. Bloom Tender makes 5 mana pretty consistently in this deck, in my opinion. Definitely at least 3 most of the time, which we like.
It'll be making 3.
Yeah, Dockside is Dockside. It makes a ton of mana.
Very
he-
good.
He is a
Treasures.
Goblin Dragon Pirate.
Exactly. Goldspan
Alright,
Dragon
Dragon.
basically says that, this makes many mana.
Exactly. Goes very well with Goldspan. Felwar Stone because it makes a lot of different mana. Dryad the Elysian Grove because it lets our lands make any color of mana. Which we should know. World Tree. Put this, if you can afford it, where it is, the World Tree. If you can afford $4 and you're playing a lot of colors of mana, put this in there because you get to make...
$4. $4 is hard.
If you're playing a 5-color deck, the World Tree should go in there.
So
I love how he says $4 while this is wedged between a plateau, a tropical island, and a wooded foothills.
So real quick, I want to just go back to Ramos. Would Ramos work with the World Tree the way I want it to?
Yes, it does.
Oh, that's a very good non-bow that we ought to talk about.
Wait, non-bow.
Well, I mean, it's a combo, but it's what it is.
Yeah, so you can remove and then use the Ramos mana to activate the World Tree stuff.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
pretty good little synergy there.
Yeah, so if you want to play Ramos Gods, that is a thing that you can do.
I am your gods.
We have
The Magic
exactly
Dragon
one
would
god
definitely
in here.
play
I'm
this
pretty
deck.
sure it's our commander. Yes,
Yep, it
Puff
is.
would be happy about that. Where were we at? We were at ramp. Yeah, so we were at Urza's Incubator because it says 2 less to play, and we are a tribal deck. Father Tide because it's just really good. Gigantha taps for 5 mana, and we're ramping to it pretty fast anyway, so we do not mind.
Being able to cast Gigantha or cheat get the Gigantha in, and then being able to tap him to basically tap into Ancient Tomb to cast a Tiamat feels super good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see where we're at now. Swords that are smaller than the usual removal package. I usually play more than this, but we're a combo deck, so we don't really care. We have Swords of Plowshares because just a good removal spell. Assassin's Trophy hits pretty much anything we want for 2 mana. Cyclonic Rift because it doubles as a board wipe, and also we can mini Rift if we need to get rid of a piece that's affected. In Anguish Unmaking is also a very removal spell, and most of the time we don't care about the 3 life. We have a few tutors in here, Entomb to get like a World Gorger in the graveyard, or a Blade Wing for that matter. Gamble to put something in our hand and possibly discard it, depending on what it is. Demonic Tutor to get anything we want, because it's really good.
Yeah, so Tiamat into play with World Tree would not let you use her ability.
Yeah, that's
It
correct.
is a cast trigger.
Yep.
But we do get to do a lot of interesting things with it.
Yeah. The World Tree is mostly just in there so we can make different colors of mana. And as for World Gorger, we have Dance of the Dead and Animate Dead to combo with it. So essentially what happens here is you put it on the World Gorger who's in the graveyard. A World Gorger comes in, exiles it. The World Gorger goes to the graveyard, and then the enchantment comes back and gets World Gorger again, and you loop that infinitely. The cool thing with this is that your land's untapped during this process, so that you get to make infinite mana, and we definitely have ways to abuse that.
I'll do it again.
Yes. And eventually you will have to break the combo, which means there needs to be another creature somewhere in a graveyard. But that's not a hard thing to EBTB trigger that requires you cast it.
I think they're still talking about
Rocco.
Tiamat, but yeah.
I mean, Rocco was an ETB trigger that required you to cast it.
Yep.
Oh no, this is the same actually. That's really interesting. We picked two commanders that require you to cast but have an ATB trigger.
Yes, sir.
That's interesting. But yeah, that's the World Gorger thing. Is there any other comments you want to make on the overall deck or things you would change, folks?
No, just people who watch, make sure to look out for this in the next probably month. I can't tell exactly when it's going to be out, but watch out for this to be on the channel and pray for me. Pray for me that Logan doesn't Mogus me into non-existence.
No, this will probably be played against Conrad, so mill your entire deck and kill you with it.
Please
Yeah.
please put Blade Wing into my deck. Please put it in the graveyard.
You think I don't have graveyard hate?
The graveyard deck has graveyard hate? What?
Yeah,
No.
one-sided graveyard hate.
No, I really think that's just about it. Matt, do you have anything you want to add to it?
No, I really don't. I think it's pretty solid. Like,
Thank
overall.
God you finally don't target Urabrask.
I still don't like him, but
Shh.
yeah.
Hey, whoa,
that-
mister.
I like
Better be
every one
careful
of the
there, Logan.
original Praetors except for Urbrask. Now, if we wanted to put new Urbrask in, new Urbrask is kind of
He
hot.
doesn't have the fancy symbol.
Well, does he not? I thought
He
had
doesn't have the
Praetor
secret lair symbol.
version. Oh,
You gotta make everything work, man.
I thought he had the Phyrexian text.
I believe they did release a Phyrexian version of the text for him.
Yeah.
So I'm collecting those as well. I've got they did one for Jinkataxis as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I've got Vorinclex and I've got Jinkataxis, and then I will be collecting Urabrask as well. But I think this is a really super solid deck. I think I'm excited to play this. If anybody has any suggestions, make sure you guys are hopping in our public Discord. We're there, we're pretty much around all the time. And if you guys need anything, we brew decks, we build, we offer suggestions. Come hang on out.
We
Yeah, definitely
play
check
a
out-
lot of games with the community as well. So if you ever just want to hop in, play some webcam games, that tends to happen at least 2 to 3 times a week. So
Yeah. So definitely check out our links down in the description there. The deck lists are also there if you haven't looked down there yet. They've been there the whole time, but yeah, if you're like, hey, that deck looks really cool, definitely click on that and pull it up. We will also be posting the deck list in our Discord, so it's another good reason to go, another good reason to join the Discord. Words are hard. Is there anything else we want to say before I shout out some friends of ours so these people can go check them out?
No, just make sure you follow us on socials. Like I said, Discord. I think that's basically it.
Yeah.
Twitter,
So
yep.
yeah. So this is the end of our stream, but we have some friends in the MTG community we want to shout out and send you guys over to if you are want to continue watching some stuff. You can go check out You're Dead on My Next Turn on YouTube. They are also streaming right now, and they're streaming some gameplay. But yeah, we're doing some stuff with them, and we'd really like if you guys would go support them. So y'all have a good night. Maybe we'll